hanging with my boys, the Man of God, and Game Changer on the Slingshot Sound Spot.
I can't accept the loss, I'm hard-headed. There's a little bit of madness to my method. Many falling off that fine line that I'm treading. I risk anything to be great, and I'm not letting nobody rob me of my victory. Number one, that's what I'm meant to do. When by any means, only thing that makes sense to me, I can make nice or make history. I got that dog in me, yeah. Turn me up. Big energy, got the crowd going nuts. I got that dog in me, yeah. Ante up. I take on anyone. I don't need a one-on-one. I got that dog.
What up?
Whoa.
Man, I'll tell you who got that dog in him. My man just went on a cross-country trip and went home with like 6 belts. Golly. I'll tell you who got that dog. And that's not counting the DJ battle belts. Is it?
No, there's no belts for DJ battles. But I did. So I did bring a lot of trophies home because I was finally able to bring my trophy home from Tampa, my DJ battle trophy from Tampa home. My DJ battle trophy from the Big Easy. And then I got the 2 DJ battles that I won while I was in Texas at ATX and Sling Experience. So along with 4 belts, 2 in Austin and 2 in Sling Experience. So yeah, it was, man, Texas is everything they say it is, for sure, man. The way you get treated down there, man, it's just my whole experience in Texas was phenomenal. Yeah. Couldn't be happier, really.
Texas is a good time, man. Texas is a good time. Let's show some love to the comment section. Mid-South, Big Rod is the first one I see in the comments. Shout out to Big Rod. Paula from SoFlo says hello from the airport. So look, I dedicated my hat tonight to the SoFlo in honor of Paula, who's not going to be on the show with us tonight because she's going to be flying home. So
safe travels.
Shout out to Paula.
Those guys.
So, but the blue also went with my 12-volt specialist blue, and I figured that was only right because this episode is sponsored by the 12-volt specialist. So I was like, the blue to honor Paula, the blue goes with the blue and 12-volt specialist. This episode is sponsored by the 12-volt specialist. So I was like, it all works, man. It makes sense. So shout out to the 12-volt specialist, man. One of the premier installers, fabricators, builders in the entire community.
They're putting out some beautiful bikes, man. Yep.
They are. So shout out to 12-volt specialist. Now let's get to the comments. Let's get back to the comments. Mid-South, Paula, Ted Hernandez. Shout out to It's a Vibe Multimedia. Yes.
Oh my God,
man! They went live at Sling Experience. They had great lives. People were able to tune in, see the action. Ted was once again on his feet all day. So shout out to Ted for that.
Yeah. Unfortunately, Facebook got control of their mute button. And if you try to go back and watch a lot of it now, it's like, man, but I think he's trying to dispute it. So hopefully we can get it removed. But for Ted to spend all that time on his feet all day like that, doing it live for 2 days. It's not just 1 day. That's 2 days.
Yeah, Facebook was a little hypersensitive with the muting this weekend. Yeah, so Paradise, shout out to Paradise, Blue Devil, Miss Mad Hatter, shout out to Miss Mad Hatter. Jen, big shout out to Jen. We love you, Jen. Wind Chills is in the comments. Rachel in the comments. What's up? DTP in the comments. Man, I was sick to my stomach. I was sick to my stomach, man. That
you and me both.
Same feeling I had for Pandemic last year when he blew his subs at Sling Experience and couldn't compete. I had that same feeling in my stomach, man. It's a beautiful slingshot. It sounds amazing. I cannot wait till the community gets to hear that.
I know he won a couple of awards just based on the appearance.
With it just sitting there. Didn't
even move it. Yeah, just sitting there. He won a couple of awards. So shout out DTP, man. I think it's beautiful.
Absolutely. Shout out to DJ Shiflet, Flossie in the building. What's up to you, Flossie? Team 12-volt, absolutely. Neil, another Team 12-volt. What's up to Neil? Another amazing, one-of-a-kind slingshot. So shout out to that. Sling Experience in the building. What's up to Sling Experience? Sling Life in the building. What's up to Sling Life? How you doing? All right. So as we've been doing the last couple of episodes, here is the portion of the show where we bring on the hosts of this past weekend show, give them an opportunity to share their thoughts, thank their sponsors, thank their attendees, so on and so forth. So with us, I think tonight are going to be Mark, Billy, and Dana. That is who I see in the green room. So let's bring them on. We've got Mark, we've got Billy, and we have Dana. How y'all doing?
Woo!
Well, thank y'all one for just being awake today, because I don't know how you are.
Yeah.
My feet hurt.
My skin hurts. My skin is cooked.
I tracked 2 dogs today.
Uh-oh, Sling.
Nice.
Sling Life said I don't have a link to join, Rob.
Tell them it's in the committee chat.
It's in the community chat.
Committee. I'm sorry.
The committee chat.
For Sling Experience committee chat.
Okay, Sling Experience committee chat. There you go.
I had a meeting with him today. I think we had so much chat going, he missed it.
He's tired, Mark. He had a long weekend. He's tired. Give him.
I don't know how he's still functioning.
I just sent it to him, so
good.
He can look
we'll
at
hit it from every direction. Hey, I'm glad that we're on right now, so that way we can get the first 5 hours out of the way, and then that way we can move.
Oh man.
No.
No, I know we got a short amount of time, and there's no way we can ever talk about it all.
Yeah. No, you're absolutely right, man. There's you know your portion of the show is between your vendors and your sponsors and your attendees. I mean, it's on another level, man. It's on another level.
Well, so we're gonna need 5 hours for that. So thank you, everybody. I'm actually working on a final thoughts of the entire event, and I'm working on that to post it. Might be in video form instead of a written thing. I've got all my notes, but let me since I know we're on a short time, let me run through the thank yous on my end. Probably take me a minute and a half, and then I'll let everybody else say whatever they want to say. And that way I'll cover that. So, hey, thank you, everybody. First of all and foremost, I mentioned that at Sling Experience this past weekend, that Sling Experience is everybody, not one event. So thank you all. Second thing to add is I want to just thank our headline sponsors for Sling Experience 2025. Some of these are OGs and been around since the beginning. House of Sound, DDM Works, Sound Evolution, Recon Custom Bikes, and DS18. But then beyond just being sponsors, we have a slew of vendors that were out there. Even had a couple come in at the last minute, that last few days of the event. So I want to run through those as well. Huge thank you to the 12-volt specialist. Hey, those are the guys that are sponsoring this live. Light the Night LEDs, RCJ Auto Detail, Zerati Steelworks, Little Rob's Customs, Heights Lights, Slingshot Only, Galforce Audio, AP Audio Industries, X1 Mats, Gonzalez Law Group, Hot Slings, Go Cigars, Pediatric Brain Tumor Foundation, Slingshot Sound Spot, UAS, Audio Forms, Greedy Boys, Just Smokin', Laura and Nitos, and Four Flavors. I do apologize if I missed anyone. It's never my intention. I've got a million things I'm doing, but that's a big wrap of a lot of the vendors. And thank you to them. And like I said, I can't even, I got so much paperwork and I'm trying to get everything caught up. So I never try to personally miss anyone. So I'm sorry if I did, but I think I got the majority of them there. But yeah, I'd love to give you a little bit more time to the rest of the people on the committee. Hey, thank you, Storm. Thank you, Dana. Thank you, Billy. Thank you, guys. Slingshot Sound Spot. Laura's in the other side of the house working with the kids, getting them ready for bed. So thank her too, because I know she also is a big part of this. What's up, y'all?
Oh, hanging in there, just trying to make it. Oh, I also want to say a big thank you to Joseph for helping out with the trash. He was a really good worker, and then Mark's family that helped us with the gate and other things. It was such a big group effort. So thank you to everyone that helped us out for sure.
Yeah. The folks up at the gate have a really tough job, and I think that they did an exceptional job this year.
100%. It's not easy. It's not easy.
No, definitely not. I wanted to thank personally Alyssa Karras and Andrea Ward from the Pediatric Brain Tumor Foundation Ride for Kids for making the trip down and supporting our event and helping us, push our charity forward, which is the Ride for Kids and Team Slinging for a Cure, and everybody that donated, and all the hugs, and and then some more hugs. But yeah,
you raised a lot of money with those hugs.
Yeah.
Oh, my boobs is sore.
Getting squished, huh?
A little squishy here and there, but that's okay. It's all worth it. But I have to thank everybody for all the support. The team means a lot to all of us, I think. And I think we can grow this even bigger than I don't want to say just Houston, but I think that there's an opportunity for lots of places to show support if they want. There's right.
Yeah, we're all slinging for a cure. So it's everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah. So we throw that out to everyone.
Nice.
Definitely. Then also a big thank you to every single person that came, especially the people that came from out of town, spent all that money, drove all that way. We appreciate you guys so much, because without everyone coming, none of this is possible. So I love my Sling fam. I had a blast. I'm still on a Sling experience high. I don't want it to end. I'm over here like I got to tear down my whole slingshot again. I got to rebuild it. I'm talking to the wife. I'm like, what are we going to do? I'm seeing all this stuff. I think that's what happens to everyone when they come. They see all the new stuff, and it's like, man, just when I thought I was done, they pull me back in. So it's rough. I'm like, man, I want to keep going. I'm like, I got to stop, but it's hard. But yeah, I'm super pumped. I'm still on that Sling experience high, and I want to keep it going. Let's go.
You got a dealer.
Yeah, for sure.
Yep, the turn up was amazing. The turn up was awesome. Thank everybody for just turning up. I just love to see everybody having such a good time. That was just all the groups made it really super special. Everybody did their own little parts to really make it special, and everybody else sees them doing things, and then they want to copy and they want to do it too, and it just keeps growing and growing and growing every year. Just getting more and more amazing, man. Those parties, those DJ battles, the parades, the rides, the crazy stuff that happened on the rides. Over the top, every single thing just seemed like it was just next level this year. So thank you to everyone that gave me a drink, gave me an energy drink, whatever, a shot, I don't care. Whatever you did to keep me going, it worked. I made it through the event, but man, I hit that pillow and I crashed out before I even knew what was going on. I was done. Yeah, thank you all.
Yeah.
Well, we want to, as three members of the community, we want to thank y'all, because that, it was, from the outside looking in, I know you guys are running around and, you're fixing this or you're fixing this or you're changing this, but it looked flawless from the outside. I mean, we had a blast. It was, it was so packed. Just navigating that traffic so that the sound competition could go on Saturday was a full-time job, because there were still streams pouring in. And it was, that parking lot was as full as I've ever seen it. I think this is the third year. This is the third year at that location.
At that location,
I've been to all three, and this is the fullest I think I've ever seen it. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, but it was packed.
I felt like there was more there this year than there was last year when I was there.
Yes,
for sure.
Yes.
And last year we had the threat of rain the entire week, so that affects even people just down the street. They look out and see the gray skies, and they don't even want to come. Yeah. Other people were already committed; they were coming, so they were going to just risk it anyways. But yeah, it was more than last year. That's true.
Yeah. So
hopefully you guys were able to raise a lot of money for a good cause.
Dana, did you see the full post, Dana?
I have not.
Well,
do you have the number?
Yeah, Dana has. I just told it to her in a chat. Do you want to?
Well, so I can give you the bucket count, which is the biggest bucket count we've had. It's usually in the $2,500 to $3,500 range. This year we had $4,199.28 in the bucket.
Yes.
So, Thanks everyone for that, because it took me a good bit to count and recount, and my count actually matched the bank's count.
Good. So I'll elaborate on that. Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay. No, go ahead. I was like,
so your bucket count, you and I been working since yesterday talking about getting this done, and I just made a post to Instagram and Facebook. I screenshotted from the website of this Team Slinging for a Cure, which is the foundation website where we send all these donations to. You can see a copy of the receipt where Dana counted out the money, posted it into our bank account, made the donation on the website. And then there's a lot of donations that were done, I think, in the last week or two, including starting with like the Amigos donated $600, which is going to be donated by or doubled by the company, by Leah, who actually works for a company that will double those donations. And then, $20. I got everybody's name and a screenshot on a graphic I just posted. Give them recognition. Obviously that's what that's doing. And that total right now, our goal is $10,000 for the year. And right now we're at $6,425.
Nice.
That is awesome.
all right.
That is awesome.
So our year to since we've been doing it with the Sling experience, we've raised $60,000. Now Dana's been doing Slinging for a Cure before Sling experience, so there's probably a bigger number. And we talked to the admin team about that with them. We've been talking, trying to research back because we don't have the notes at our leisure right now, but we're trying to get that total number. But she's been doing it since the beginning, since the day she got her slingshot, I think.
Yeah, they changed.
It's well over 60,000 now at this point.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
And this year,
just this year alone. So
There
that's
were,
awesome.
I think, 4 years where it was with a different tracking system. And when they went to the system classy, all that kind of got lost. So,
Oh.
I mean, I suppose it's come see, come saw. It all got to where it's supposed to go, right?
Yeah.
no, it went into the ultimate, to the foundation. We just mean we haven't found the actual numbers to be able to publish it. So
Yes.
Yeah.
So a question I'm sure all the community wants to know: what's next for each of you, and then what's next for Sling Experience?
I'll go last.
I'll go first. I know we have a lot of people asking about Sling Life Summer Night Ride, so I'll be starting that up starting in May. So that's one of my big next things to get going.
Nice.
Very nice.
Yeah, awesome. Those are fun.
Yeah, don't miss those.
You're coming in Houston anytime. It's once a month, right? Or every 2 weeks? I forgot.
Yeah, once a month. I do about 4 or 5 of them. 5 of them throughout the summer, starting in May, maybe ending in September.
For myself, it's growing the team Slinging for a Cure.
Do we lose
and
Dana?
trying to push-
She freeze?
Huh?
No, she's here.
No, she's good.
I'm here. To grow this team Slinging for a
Really?
Cure and kind of push everything more nationally to different groups in different cities. Los Angeles is one of them. Pediatric Brain Tumor Foundation is doing a big kind of appreciation thing out there. Getting some of the other events to hopefully create their own teams and start building it more nationwide,
That's cool.
including Dallas.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very nice. What about you, Billy?
We got the results today for the gender of the baby. Of course.
Are we getting the gender reveal?
Are we getting a gender review?
No.
First ever?
Oh.
Come on,
I
Billy.
can't do it.
An exclusive.
Well, wait,
I
watch
can't.
it. You know how to do it.
I see Billy's wearing a pink shirt.
No, I wish. I don't know the gender. We're gonna have the gender reveal, I think, like a week for like next Friday or whatever.
My
But yeah,
guess
I'm like,
is
why?
Billy.
Why couldn't I have not got that on Friday, and then we could have lit up the whole Sling Experience pink or blue? I'm like,
Yeah.
dang it.
That would have
But
been
yeah,
so cool.
That's next on my list, and then just more work and trying to open another location, not too far away from Rob, actually. So if it all works out, then I'll be coming to see Rob.
Uh-oh.
But I'll keep that on the DL till all the stuff gets worked out and it actually happens. But and then other than that, for the Sling Experience, I'm ready to take Sling experience on the road, baby. Miami, LA. Hey, let's go. Let's turn up. I'm ready. Let's go.
Let's do it. All right, Mark.
Sling experience for the next time. I don't know. I don't have the date yet, so just stay tuned. Nothing to announce right now.
Awesome.
Well, you want to do it again, though? I don't know.
Yes.
Heck yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, I don't have a date or anything. Historically, we did the second week of April. So.
I've got a question. Do you have a rough number of people and slings that were at Sling Experience? Do you have any idea?
Oh, I know. I had TJ standing at the gate for 120 hours, and he was counting them.
Morning, noon, and night.
So,
That's crazy. And he was in the ring.
No, man.
Double duty.
The counting. Storm and I have a joke. We don't even count anymore. It's been the biggest and baddest for a long time. So,
I bet.
It's incredibly hard to count.
I mean, if you got one of those drone shots,
I'll tell you this.
You could at least count slings if you really wanted to, and
that's only in that snippet. 20 minutes later, 10 leave and 15 more come back.
Yeah.
That gate had them coming and going, and that doesn't count the hotels next door, parked in the streets, down the road. But I'll tell you, it was more than 500 and less than 1,000.
Okay.
Nice.
I'll tell you what.
That's
double that by
best.
people.
No,
people. 1,000 people, easy 1,000.
No, that was the slingshots. I'm saying.
Yeah, but there's 2 seats to every slingshot, and those seats were filled. So
those seats were filled. But you look at the number of people that came in that weren't with slingshots.
Yeah,
there were hundreds of those. I mean,
I'll tell you, they were at least
in the median.
There were at least 50 people because we sold 50 banana puddings in about 10 minutes. So they were
I ran out before I could get one. I was disappointed.
Yeah.
I saw them.
Looks so good. Just watching them eat it.
I saw somebody eating one.
Yeah. Right. But hey, we appreciate you guys coming on.
Thank you.
Congratulations to you. All the hard work paid off. It was an amazing event, received well by everybody. We look forward to the next one. And we look forward to seeing you guys out there throughout the show season.
Yes.
Thank you guys so much.
Thank y'all so much.
Bye.
Everything.
Bye.
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 Terrible.
I love them. I had an experience. Like Sling Experience was an experience for me because this is my first year going. Because last year, I was.
Yeah, Lee. He said I got 10 cake pops and 4 banana pudding.
I know that's right.
It was on a binger.
Yeah.
So that was great. I had a great experience. I think they're all cool. I really enjoyed myself. My family enjoyed themselves. My friends enjoyed themselves, and they even paid. Tangela paid to park at the restaurant just so she can come over because the restaurant got hip to the game, and they were like, "Oh, you got to eat or pay." So she sat over there and ate, and then they said they gave her a little sticker to put in her car and said, "Okay, you could stay for the rest of the day." Yeah. So they got hip to that, and people were just going over there eating, and even people in the restaurant was like, when they get done eating, they're gonna come over to Sling Experience. So they came through, and the people that worked the gate, they were very helpful with ushering, my family in to bring their stuff in and stuff like that. So I just want to say thank you to them.
Yeah,
for being kind, because it can get frustrating. Like I was even running around crazy at times, and I'm like, Lord have mercy, I'm about to just go back to my room and go lay down. Like I don't know how they do it. But
there's a lot of moving parts to that puzzle.
Yeah, but they made it seem like they have a good flow. I'm gonna just say that they have a great flow and a great team, and I'm looking for
a good flow. This is the part of the show where we say bye to you for a little bit so that we could flow with the
bye.
Bye. No, we'll see you in a little bit for the you got an exciting segment today because you're not just doing Build of the Week, huh? You're doing our first ever Build of the Month.
Build of the Month,
I think. So
nice.
We'll see you. We'll see you in a little bit.
We'll see you in a little bit.
Peace.
All right, back to the comments real quick before we get to business. I see Miss Tanya in the comments. Black Mamba, shout out to Black Mamba. Did her thing this weekend. Light them up in the comments. Shout out to Light them up. Chris in the comments. Say again.
I said, what up? Light them up.
Oh, okay. Mama Duck in the building. It was good to see Mama Duck at Sling Experience this weekend. Shout out to Mama Duck, Joker, Christopher Shell, who did his thing. He didn't win, but his Remedy looked good out there, man. Remedy sounded really good. So he shout out to him on a successful competition. Again, you don't have to win it all to be successful. That was a successful outing for him. So shout out to him. Devin Marine in the building, man. It was good to see Devin Marine out in Texas, man. It was really good to see him, man.
Yeah.
So good dude, man. Really good dude. And I bet he made some people happy this weekend, man, because he puts together some really good designs.
They look pretty busy over there.
Yeah, absolutely. Moet in the building, Bougie in the building, Chad, Lucas in the building. Lucas, man, he was working his tail off, man. When he wasn't competing, he was in the ring.
Yeah.
So lunatic, TJ never told me about the shirt orders. Damn. He tried to call me out in the comments, not realizing we did a whole episode on the shirt orders. So he must have been on the road during that episode. Leave my girl on. Dang, Dana, you ain't got to yell at us. It's just the way the show flows. She's got a segment where she's the only one on. We don't even get to be on. Slingwana in the building, Henry in the building. Henry, Slingshot sounds amazing, man. Shout out to you. Let's see who else we got. Edward Jackson in the building. TJ, your bike looks and sounds great. I appreciate that, Mama Duck. Thank you very much. Can you put the pudding link out so we can order? Yeah, Lunatic, can you make a banner with the link for the pudding so that they can order? John Bettis in the building. Another one it was good to see. Shout out to John Bettis.
John Bettis. And Wendy Bettis in the building.
Yep, Wendy was in the building as well. So overall, a good event, man.
The amount of supporters that came through that show from all over this country, man, was, I mean, a lot of support, a lot of big name support. Sponsors too. I think most of the sponsors for this show were there. So it was good to see that. Yep.
Marcus in the building. You finally got to meet Marcus in person, man. One of our supporters.
Yeah.
So Walt in the building. We got to see Walt again. Just got home from surgery.
Always good seeing Walt.
Man, I didn't know you had surgery, bro. Feel like I just saw you yesterday. So prayers for a quick recovery, man. Prayers for quick recovery. DTP, what it do? All right, let's get to business, man. Fasten your seatbelts because this is the biggest, longest bracket of the year so far, bro.
Yeah.
When I tell you, where's my math? I did the math earlier. Hold on. Give me a second. It was a lot, but I don't know where my math is. Dun, dun, dun. All right, here we go. 9 competitors in flyweight, 8 competitors in featherweight, 3 in lightweight, 11 in welterweight, 16 in middleweight, 7 in heavyweight, 2 in extreme.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
That's 56 total entries.
Yeah.
That's a lot, man. So that made for
that's a lot of press and play.
And that's a lot of typing for a bracket.
We ain't worried about that.
We ain't worried about that. We'll do that. We'll make it do what it do. So let's put.
Plus, they did the championship rounds were 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Plus 1 minute and 30 seconds.
Yep.
All right. Boom. Flyweight round 1. So again, when it gets long, we got to break them into 2. So flyweight round 1. Lonnie LeBlanc versus Wizard. Wizard took that one. Brandon McDonald versus Lime Squeeze. Lime Squeeze took that one. Phoenix versus Quiet Riot. Phoenix took that one. Boss Lady versus Freeway, and Boss Lady took that one. Went on to the final rounds. Wizard versus High Tide, who had a first round bye. Wizard took that one. Boss Lady got a second round bye. Lime Squeeze played Phoenix, and Lime Squeeze took that one. Your second round matchup was Wizard versus Boss Lady, and Boss Lady took that one. Lime Squeeze had a third round bye, which set up a Boss Lady versus Lime Squeeze final, and Boss Lady took that one. And that Boss Lady slingshot sounds really, really good, man. It's crisp. It's loud. It is a good slingshot.
Impressively loud, man. Impressively loud for what it's got, man.
Yep. And with us is the owner operator of Boss Lady herself. How you doing, ma'am?
I'm doing well. I'm doing well. How are you guys doing?
We are doing well. Congratulations and welcome to the show.
Congratulations.
Yeah, well, thank you. Thank you. This was my first show and it was awesome. I'm pretty much piggybacking off of what everybody said. Mark, Storm, Dana, they and his wife Laura, they made everything awesome for me being the first show. I just wanted to push play they made me feel so comfortable and it was fun, with being a new bike out there. So it was just awesome. Everything just went well.
Yep. Moet just said in the comments, we will see more of Boss Lady on this show. And I agree 1,000%.
I agree.
Yep.
Yeah. And I just want to send some shots out to, like I said, Mark, Storm, Laura, and my builder, Alan, over there at Audio Hogs, and my audio family. I just thank you guys for the build. I mean, you guys just made me feel good. I didn't even want to stop, push, and pray.
Audio Hogs, is that a new shop? Where's that shop located?
Audio Hogs out there in Missouri. Out there in Allen.
No, we know.
Houston, Missouri.
Yeah.
I know
Never heard
you playing. I just gotta mess with you.
No, that slingshot. Yep. They got that thing dialed in. It looks good. It sounds good.
That's right.
And I agree with what Jack said in the comments. Jack said she played like a seasoned veteran in there. Congrats.
For your first time, it was amazing. You looked like you knew what you were doing already. So that's a great start. How did you feel for the first time? Like, were you nervous? Were you confident? How did you feel being the first time?
I could honestly say I was confident, and it was, why I felt confident? It was the flow of the whole Sling experience. They made me feel good, and that's what I basically told Mark, and I was able to push play and just feel good. I wasn't nervous because I didn't look into the crowd. After I got finished pushing play, I felt a little nervous, but I don't know if y'all remember some points where I was so wrapped up in the music, I didn't even listen to the clock. So
yeah, they had to blow the horn at you a couple of times there.
Yeah. So
so I'm gonna read this. I'm gonna read this comment to you. You tell me what you think of this one. It says, "I love the fact that we had some ladies win while my daughter was out there. She thought that was so cool. # girl power." Yes. So what's that mean to you to have little girls out there watching ladies in there representing and winning?
It makes me feel real good and let them know that it's just not all the guys out here with these cool slings. We can come out and do our thing too, and just be as competitive as everybody else out there. So it just lets the women know, hey, we can get out there and we can team everybody. So I'm excited about that, and thank all the support that I got for just being new out there. I appreciate all the love and support that everybody showed me.
And for you to not be nervous in what is arguably the biggest show in this country is great, because you're only going to go up from here. You really are. So,
hey, Robert, you know what? I can only say that goes to the host. It's just the love and everything was there. I just felt like family, and I just met everybody really. So the shot goes out to them.
Yeah.
Nice.
Well, enjoy it. Keep doing what you're doing, and like we said earlier, I'm sure this won't be the last time you'll be on the show this year.
Okay, and thank you so much. And you guys be blessed.
What's your next show for people that want to see the Boss Lady slingshot and hear you play?
My next show, I'll be in Chicago.
Okay, shout out.
Chicago. I think Chicago. Yep, that's one up next, and then I'm probably do Memphis. Yep.
Okay, you're gonna have fun in Chicago. We went last year. Those rides. You got to ride over to the Navy Pier. It's a good time. So we look forward to seeing you out there. Keep it up, and good luck to you in the future.
Okay. All right. Have a good one.
You too.
See ya.
Bye. Nice lady, man. And man, super impressed with that slingshot, man.
Yeah.
Super impressed with that slingshot. All right. That took us to Featherweight.
She handled it good, man. She got in there like she had done it before, and that's impressive.
Yes, I agree. Sling experience. They said can't go wrong with those next shows. You cannot at all.
You cannot at all.
Cannot at all. Shill Bill was Billy. Okay, I fixed my name. Billy. Okay, bye. I can't mess with Billy, man. All right, featherweight. We had High Tide versus Cruella, and Cruella won that one. Phoenix versus Boss Lady. Phoenix took that one. Lime Squeeze versus Quiet Riot. Lime Squeeze took that one. Remedy versus Daddy's Little Monster, and Remedy took that one. So second round matchups of Cruella versus Phoenix, and Phoenix won that one. Lime Squeeze versus Remedy, and Remedy took that one, which is probably one of his biggest wins as a competitor. So shout out to Remedy. Set up a Phoenix versus Remedy final, and Phoenix took that one. And with us, dedicated, still on the road, traveling home, is Miss Phoenix. How you doing?
Good, and yourselves?
Good, good. Thank you for joining us, even though you're still on that long ride home.
Yeah.
How far have you made it?
I'm in South Carolina now.
Okay.
Okay. You're getting close. You're getting close.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, before we get carried away here, happy birthday. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. A happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. You know, I sing on my lives, so you know.
Mm-hmm.
How was it? How was Sling experience?
It was an experience.
Oh, yeah.
It was an experience. It was very interesting.
Nice.
Very interesting.
Fun competition, it looked like.
Yes. It's the first time I was in the exhaust. My bike was in the exhaust competition. That was very good.
So I missed the exhaust competition. How was that?
No.
Pardon me?
How was it? I missed it. I was over at the hotel nursing my wife back to health, so I missed that one.
Not only does her bike look amazing, sound amazing. I didn't know that exhaust was on that bike, right? So Bucci's in there and he's revving it up, and it was the pop, 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 and I was like, oh, like it was vibrating the ground, and I was like, God damn, that thing sounds nasty. It sounds nasty.
Yeah, it was spitting fire and everything. So I'm like,
I know.
Let's go.
Yeah, I seen the pebbles that were lightly laying on a pavement were just like getting dusted away. You know, it was like when you see somebody's base hit.
Man.
Yeah, I'm ready for the next one now, boy.
Yeah.
Oh Lord, we done started something.
I know, right?
Hey,
baby.
The comment section is literally full of birthday wishes. Slingrid, happy birthday. Slingwana, happy birthday. Mid-South, happy birthday. Paradise, happy birthday. Sling Experience, Black Mamba, Jen, Liz, Wind Chills.
And we must say happy birthday to Miss Coco.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes, absolutely.
Absolutely. Happy birthday to Miss Coco.
And what a tribute they did. Not that I was gonna bring this up later, but what a tribute they did for her during the Sling Experience. But we'll talk about that more later on.
Yeah. And absolutely. Slim Tilson, it's his birthday also.
Oh, okay.
We ain't worried about T Slim. We ain't worried about T Slim. We ain't worried about him. So what's your next show?
Maggie Valley.
Maggie Valley.
Okay.
Yeah. I see you sliding up them standings. You got a grasp on number 2 right now. You be right back there in that number 1 spot here soon. That's gonna feel good. So shout out your brands. What brand speakers you running?
CA, Concrete Audio.
Did you switch?
Of course. Isn't everybody? I mean, heck, I had 2 shows and found out 3 feathers, so I went back and went in the lab.
Okay.
Yeah, wow.
I'm just saying, because I was just looking at the numbers earlier and I swore it was Puerto Rican vocals. So, okay. Hey, congrats. Welcome to the Concrete Audio family.
I was wondering why she it almost looked like she was hesitating to answer it. And I was like, no big deal. We already know, but we didn't know. Well, shout out to Concrete Audio, man. I think it sounds amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, what brand tweeters?
They're not DS18s. They're famous.
Famous.
All right. And what brand subs?
Sundown.
And amps?
Sound Digital.
And battery?
Limitless lithium.
And go ahead and shout out that builder and tuner combo, the 1-2 punch.
That 2-piece, baby, the only 2-piece you can get. E-Dub and Jose.
Is that the 2-piece with a little bit of salt and pepper on them?
Oh yeah, and that biscuit, baby.
Hey, Miss Phoenix, get home safe. We appreciate you coming on while you're on the road. Much success to you. Congrats again on the win. Good luck in Maggie Valley, and we will see you again soon.
But you know what? There's one thing I do want to say. It doesn't take BBLs and big boxes and all that stuff to do well in featherweight, and that felt good.
Yeah,
that felt real good.
No, you're absolutely right. It's the way the build is put together completely. You know, it's a package deal. You know, you can make stock tubs sound great, as we've seen Light 'Em Up do it for years.
Yeah, you didn't need those other 2 speakers. It felt good.
Yeah.
Well, you don't need them, but you can have them.
Well, I didn't say that.
Yeah.
And you can get beat with them.
Yes, you can.
You can get busted up with them.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Yeah.
They were good. They sounded good. The other feathers sounded real good. Really, really good.
Very nice. Well, you get home safe, and we will talk to you again soon.
All right, you guys.
Safe travels.
All right. Bye. You don't need the speakers, but you could get them if you want them. So,
yes, sir.
All righty. Lightweight. Game Changer had a first round bye. I don't know who they decided to. I don't know why they decided to give you a first round.
Luck of the draw. I drew number 3.
Texas played Lime Squeeze, and Texas won, which set up a Game Changer versus Texas final. And Game Changer won that one. Shout out to Game Changer. So what'd you think, man? How was your sling experience? This is your second one, your second competition. How was it?
You know, playing in front of the amount of people in a crowd like that is, you know, it's makes it a little bit more nerve-wracking, but you know, I enjoy it. I love it. You know, it's fun to play your sling for an audience like that, that many people. But that Texas bike, man, that thing is he's come. I don't want to say a long way because it wasn't terrible last year, but he made some adjustments from last year, and that thing sounds incredible. So shout out to Texas for a good battle. It was a good battle. I know it was only one round, but you know, but yeah, I'm happy with where it is right now. You know, as far as lightweight goes, we'll talk about welterweight in a minute, but yeah, as far as lightweight goes, I'm happy with it. I couldn't be happier. You know.
Yeah, nice. Well, go ahead and tell the people where Game Changer will be at next for those that still have not heard that bike.
My next show will be Jimmy Show SS Takeover DC. 10-year anniversary.
SS Takeover DC. Shout out to Jimmy and SS Takeover. And now, sir, if you could please shout out the brands that got you to the winner's circle. Speakers.
MMATs.
And tweeters.
MMATs.
And sub.
MMATs.
And amps.
MMATs.
And battery.
Stinger.
And builder.
The one and only Underground Auto Styling.
And tuner.
Jack.
Nice. Very nice. All right, let's get to these comments real quick before we go to welterweight, since I already know who we're going to be talking to for welterweight. To Jen, she said I forgot to ask Boss Lady her brands. So Jen, we do not have an official standings for flyweight because right now flyweight only happens at the one show. We are going to encourage shows. I have actually heard from 2 shows already that said that they were actually interested in doing a flyweight. If flyweight becomes officially a part of the standings to where we're going to have it in the playoffs at the end of the year, then we will count those brands towards the brand categories. But right now, since there is not a flyweight at enough shows, we are not.
We would have to have enough shows to make that that possible.
So we did not forget. We just strategically moved past it, hoping nobody would notice. But I guess
you knew somebody was going to find it.
But Jen is on the job.
Jen is on the job.
See, Ryan just said we will have that class in Chicago. So shout out to Chicago. And I know at least one or two other shows that are looking at it. So hopefully it becomes a category that a lot more people do. And then we can actually add it to the playoffs at the end of the year and have the national championship. So, and then you will have a true 6-speaker class and a true 8-speaker class.
You see Big Rod's
and then Phoenix won't have to beat up on the 8-speaker class with 6 speakers.
You see, Big Rod just said I have Memphis Madness 4.
Yeah. So very nice.
We see a lot. We see it. We're hearing it, Rod. That it's a lot of people like that, and it's another place for people to press play, and they like that.
Yep. Billy said, I know it's the sound spot, but make sure you show some love for the LED boys. That lighting competition was lit. Absolutely, it was. Shout out to Spider-Man. That bike.
Yeah. The Tub deserved that thing, man. His bike is phenomenal. It's when you see the videos that come out of that Spider-Man bike, it doesn't do it justice. When you see it in person, man, it's next level. So shout out to all the lighting. Shout out to the judges who did an amazing job on some really bright, really extravagant, really elaborate lighting builds. They all looked amazing. Crazy, man. The lighting game is crazy. It's lit.
Shout out to Slingwana. That DJ battle needs love too. Yes, it's hard to do a bracket for a DJ battle, but we can absolutely always show love. That now holds the crown to me for the craziest DJ battle I've ever seen. I mean, there were people in the hotel windows waving flags. There were smoke machines. There was money. There was a drunk dude that I don't think had any clue where he was that was picking $100 bills up, and he called somebody on the phone, and he was rocking back and forth, shoving the $100 bills, and he was like, yo, these motherfuckers crazy, man. They throwing $100 bills in there. I got like $1,000 in my pocket. And I feel bad for that dude because at some point he sobered up or tried to spend that $100 and realized that it wasn't real. But that was the craziest DJ battle that I'm not saying it is the craziest one. I am saying that is the craziest DJ battle that I personally have seen and experienced to date.
It's up there with Miami for me. As far as my personal experiences, it's right there with Miami, man.
Miami was dope. The outside, the people, like,
absolutely. It both have their own different vibes. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, it was different settings, so it allowed for even more. You had the light thing on the hood of the Sling. Like it was crazy. Pandemic said clarity competition needs love too. Stick around, Pandemic. I might have something for you. Stick around. Right. Stick around. That was fun. Game changer. Congrats to everyone. Let's see. When is Chicago? Chicago is at the end of July. Marcus, it is July 20. Ryan, you're in the comments. Give them the exact dates. There you go. July 24th through 27th. Thank you, Windchills. Non-stretched or extended boxes. I don't know what that comment was to Jen. Non-stretched or extended boxes in featherweight at DTP. I have 1 tin of banana pudding available for auction. All right, the comments are out of the. All right, let's go. Let's get back.
You're out of control with the comments.
Yeah, they're out of control. Comments are out of control. All right, welterweight. Again, another one so big that we had to break it up into multiple brackets. Blue 2 versus Sapphire. Blue took that one. Lemon Crush versus Texas, and Lemon Crush took that one. Self-Made versus Bougie, and Bougie took that one. Game Changer versus Black Mamba just came back on the screen in the green room, and I can see her damn T-shirt that they're holding up. I couldn't keep my composure. She's distracting me. Game Changer versus Slingwana, and Game Changer took that one. Took us to the bottom half of the first round bracket. Maniac versus Big Blue. Maniac took that one, and then Checkmate had a first round bye in the first round. So set up our final rounds. Blue 2 versus Checkmate. Blue 2 took that one. Lemon Crush versus Bougie. That was a good battle. Lemon Crush took that one. Game Changer versus Maniac. That was a really good battle. Game Changer took that one, which set up Blue 2 versus Lemon Crush. Lemon Crush took that one. Game Changer had another bye, a 3rd round bye this time, which set up a battle that we've seen before. Are you 2-0 versus Lemon Crush?
At Sling Experience, yes. Yeah.
No, but you beat Lemon Crush at the Super Bowl in Tampa 2 years ago, didn't you?
Oh, yeah, for Lemon Crush, yeah. I guess, yeah, you're right, yeah.
Man,
yeah.
You gotta give people the secret sauce, man. You gotta give us the recipe, dog.
I don't have a recipe. If part of the recipe is the songs I'm playing, it might be a little part of it, but I don't know. Most of the recipes in that Sling, you know.
Yeah.
But that was Welterweight was so crazy because I'll give you the quick version. Ben Heck from 12 Volt, we were over at your 12 Volt tent, and he was saying, I want to hear this song on a Sling sometime. He's like, I heard it in my truck or car or whatever, and I said, well, shit, tell me the song. We'll go over and listen to it now. We go over to my Sling. I turned it on. I said, an hour before the competition, before Welterweight's getting ready to start. And I'm playing it, and it sounds a good sounding song, amazing. And I'm like, why don't I hear nothing coming out of my upper outside pods, which are for my 10s for Welterweight. And nothing. I got no sound. And I'm like, oh, crap, what's going on? So I start looking around. Tell Jack, he comes over, we're looking at it, and come to find out there's something happened with inside the amp, wasn't working. Obviously, so then neither one of the 10s were working, and I said, well, it's too late to do anything now. I'm just gonna go in there and have fun. So I went into Welterweight with little expectations. I thought, man, depending on who I battle, I might have a chance, I might not. And of course, I mean, if you look at the 3 names that I played, start off with Slingwana, then go into Maniac, and then Lemon Crush. I would have said you're crazy. I went all 3 of those with my 10s not even playing. But the judges picked me, so I'm happy with that, obviously. But yeah, it was a crazy round for me, just because I had little expectations, and in each round I was just happy to just move on, you know what I mean? And then it came to a tie between me and Lemon Crush. We had to play the same song. And a lot of the feedback after that song was I wasn't sure, because I'm listening to her play it first and then I'm playing it. And I wasn't sure. But they said as soon as it played, you could tell that mine it sounded better on mine. But, obviously when you're nervous and you're in the championship round, you're not really that focused. I'm trying to listen, but I'm also making sure I'm ready to go. So, but it was a crazy turn of events to end up pulling out a Welterweight win at the Sling Experience.
Yeah. As a lightweight.
Yes, as a lightweight.
Because your 10s weren't working.
Yeah.
So shout out to Game Changer. Congrats, man. Congrats.
Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Shout out to Jack. You got all my information. You got all my credits, but shout out to Jack, man. He goes above and beyond for me, all the time. So I appreciate that.
Yeah, I saw you guys out there late Saturday night with Game Changer getting dissected.
2 o'clock in the morning, we're still out there trying to, figure this thing out. And, how can we make it a little easier for me when I get home to try to reconstruct, so to speak, when I, in my garage here at the house. So we'll get it back up and running for DC. We'll be ready to go.
Nice. Well, congrats to you again, brother. Congrats.
Yeah, thank you.
Moving on to middleweight, another one that was enormous, man, and packed with talent from top to bottom.
Some of these builds in middleweight, man. Whew.
Yeah. A lot of them. A lot of them. Middleweight is stacked. Pandemic versus Seven Skies. Pandemic took that one. Snow versus BMF. Snow took that one. Goliath versus Maniac. Goliath took that one. Man of God versus Mr. K1. Man of God took that one. Vice City versus Showstopper. Vice City took that one. Genesis versus Press Play. Press Play took that one. Shout out to Boss Mode Customs. They had 2 slingshots in middleweight. One played by Moet and one played by someone else. Black Mamba versus Felix. Black Mamba took that one. And Bumblebee versus Black Sheep. Black Sheep took that one. Black Sheep sounded as good as I've ever heard Black Sheep sound, by far, as good as I've ever heard
I looked over at Jack. I was like, what we do with Big Will? Where did he go? Because that ain't Big Will. Big Will was in there like playing that thing. Like he had been doing this for a while, you know?
Yep. As good as I've ever heard it sound, man.
Yes.
Like,
yes, absolutely.
Shout out to him, man. Well done. He made a post a couple weeks ago, said he was going to take it more serious, and the very next thing he does is beats Bumblebee, who is not an easy task. That is not an easy task, and he did it. So shout out to Black Sheep. Final rounds: Pandemic versus Snow. Pandemic took that one. Goliath versus Man of God. Man of God took that one. Vice City versus Press Play. Press Play took that one. Black Mamba versus Black Sheep, and Black Mamba took that one, which set up the semifinals of Pandemic versus Man of God. Pandemic took that one. Press Play versus Black Mamba. Black Mamba took that one, which set up an all Houston final of Pandemic versus Black Mamba, which was a really good battle. And Black Mamba took that one. And with us is Miss Black Mamba herself. Congratulations to you.
Yeah, happy birthday.
Thank you. Happy birthday to you. Does your builder know? Did he ever give you a birthday gift?
She's so pretty, man.
My builder knows when my birthday is. I'm just saying.
Man.
My builder will know when somebody else wishes me a happy birthday on Facebook first.
So what you think? You done been to a lot. Go ahead.
Happy birthday, Miss Coco.
Happy birthday, Miss Coco.
Happy birthday, Phoenix.
Happy birthday to Phoenix. Yes.
Shut up, Chase.
You know it's a big deal. You know it's a big win when Chase is in the comments. When White Mamba joins us and graces us with his presence, you know it's a big deal.
Oh, and one more thing before we get started talking about the competition, since we're shouting out Chase and the guys over at Sound Evolution, I want to say a big congratulations to my husband on his Employee of the Month.
I knew what it was going.
I just wanted, he works hard over there. I appreciate all he does.
Pull that shirt over a little bit. There we go. Oh.
Yes. They gave him Employee of the Month shirt.
That was nice.
Can we at least see him so we can congratulate him? All we get is the shirt. We can't
I'm trying to get him on, but he's...
Come on, Byron.
Come on, Byron.
We just want to congratulate you, man.
Yeah.
He's shy.
Congratulations, Byron.
Yes, he does. Shut up, Chase.
Chase said the floors are crisp and free of dust.
He works hard over there with those guys. He really does.
I bet he does. I bet he does. So you have been to many, many Sling experiences. How does this one stack up?
Yeah, I've been, 2019, I found the event on Facebook, and I didn't have a sling. We just kind of went and we saw what they were doing, and that is how I got introduced to slingshots, and we went and bought one like in a month later in May, and then I've competed at all but one since 2020. I can't remember. It was either 2020. Was it 2023? I think I didn't compete because my sling was missing, was not done on schedule. That never happens, right?
That's because they didn't have an employee of the month yet.
They didn't. You're right. Byron wasn't working there yet.
He wasn't working there yet, so that's why he started, so he could keep them on their job. You see what my wet said? We're just glad they didn't poison the entire middleweight with the chicken right before the show. So no, but seriously, how did it stack up?
Yes, Lucas, I am petty as hell. But I think it's funny coming from him because all these videos.
I know, right? Talking about petty.
Did y'all see the little kiddie playland? That
I was just gonna say that. Lazy King went to the store and bought a little kid's play set, like chair and tables, and they set it up for him with his name on it. Him and Sling.
Yeah.
So
shout out to Slinger and his wife for the shirt, and Freeway as well for the big bottle of tequila, which we all saw the effects of that.
So what'd you think of the middleweight bikes you saw out there? I mean, you saw there was a lot. There were 16. What'd you think of the middleweight bikes that you saw out there?
They were good. It was good. I was like, "Ooh, this is going to be a rough day." You know, this is going to be a rough one. And you know what? I want to say a special hello to Felix. So I went up against Felix Battle Red first. And so initially when we pulled numbers and they did the bracket, I was supposed to go against Bumblebee, is what I was told. And so then we get ready to pull up in the lane and let me back up. Felix had just completed his slingshot and this was his first time competing. And I pulled up next to him. He's like, "What the fuck? I gotta go against her."
Right? Oh, I'm sure he was like, "What? That ain't a middleweight."
But no, it's great. He's part of the Los Amigos team, and you know how I feel about them. They are amazing people.
Yes, they are. Good time.
100%. Lucas, Mia wants her earmuffs back. Man, oh man. No, I think it was an amazing show. I think it was a very, very deep competition. Anybody that came out of this competition is the winner.
And I do regret I had to work on Friday, so I missed joining in on the clarity competition.
Yeah.
I was looking to backdoor that one from Austin, but you know, I thought it would be really shitty of me to slide in the back when they were already starting to compete.
Yeah, I was a little upset that I didn't get to make it to the clarity competition as well.
Yeah.
So
you know, somebody else that was late to that too, and would have loved to do that too, which I would have loved to hear this, is Joker. Joker wanted to do the clarity contest. Could you imagine that thing doing the clarity contest?
Mm-mm.
I couldn't, and my ears are thankful that he didn't.
So I don't know if we're thankful he didn't, or if we're mad that he didn't. You know.
Is Chase saying that's why you didn't make it to the clarity competition because you picked up Byron's shift?
Yeah, I was. They wouldn't let me off early.
They said, "No, we already gave you Saturday so you could go play in the ring." So
somebody's got to work this shift.
Exactly.
What is your next show?
I don't know. What is our next show? I don't know. Maybe we might head out east.
Uh-oh.
East.
Little DC?
Little DC again? Okay.
Oh God, what video is coming soon, Lucas?
Oh, here we go.
I ain't messing with him.
Yep.
You gonna share? So I think last time you were on, you gave us Bama speakers.
It's still the same.
Well, but you didn't. All you gave us was Bama speakers. So
That's all I know.
I was hoping maybe this time you would tell us the tweeters or
It's all Bama.
Everything's Bama. The tweeters, the speakers, the amps, Sound Digital.
Yeah,
My Sound Evolution's employee of the month said the amps are Sound Digital, and he says that the subs are Rockford Fosgate.
Chase, can you put in the comments? Can you put in the comments what subs she has, Chase, so we can give the brand credit for getting her in the winner's circle?
That's all we're trying to do with this is give.
I know.
You shout out Rockford Fosgate for that amazing bass you got.
Ground Zero.
Okay.
Horns, all Bama. Subs, grounds.
I just said that.
I don't believe it.
Oh, God.
I don't believe that they're ground zero.
Because of the way they sound.
They are.
How does Sling Experience know your entire build? Bama America, Sound Digital USA, Ground
They copied it from Jake's post.
Brax, Helix, Singer alternators, Sony Car Audio.
Damn, y'all tell everything. Put my birthday, my social security
That's
number.
what I'm saying. They got your mother's maiden name in here.
Yep.
Excess power battery. Okay, got it. So it is ground zero.
Is it really? Yeah. Wow.
Nice. All right.
Yeah, see, that's what you got to do. Shout out to Ground Zero, man. They got Ground Zero sounding good.
2 Helix, man, those some nice DSPs. Let me borrow $1, Black Mamba, because them Helix DSPs ain't cheap. Let me borrow $1. No, congratulations. Say again.
Oh, I was gonna say, you said let you borrow $1. I was gonna say I put all my money in the bucket. And there were some people I didn't. Did I call you out, TJ, for a donation? It's not too late.
I already donated. I put $100 in the bucket.
I already donated too, so
yeah.
Okay.
I put $100 in the bucket. Actually, I put like $128 in the bucket because I put 28 first, and then I put a $100 bill.
Okay, awesome. That's wonderful.
So, all right.
Oh, wait a minute. You guys have the next guy coming up. Let me put my hat on just for him. For the next guy, since he wanted to make fun of my hat.
First time we've ever brought him on early just so they could respond.
Jeepers Creepers want their hat back.
You said Jeepers Creepers wants their hat back.
He's just mad because they don't make one big enough to fit on his big ass head. Bye, y'all.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you, Black Mamba.
Thank you.
Good night. Oh my goodness. All right. On the heavyweight. Maniac had a first round bye. Goliath versus Blue Marble. Goliath won that one. Snow versus Bumblebee. Snow won that one. Black Mamba versus Pandemic. Pandemic won that one. Semifinals of Maniac versus Goliath, and Maniac took that one. Snow versus Pandemic, and Snow took that one. So a Snow versus Maniac final in heavyweight, and Snow took that one. And with us, even though he is probably tired, is Snow. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Yes.
How are you?
Tired, bro. 26 hours.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. Well, I'm glad y'all made it home safe, and you guys are good. How'd you enjoy your second Sling experience?
Yeah, it's a second. It was. They're gonna need a new location next year. It's just too much.
I feel like it was much bigger than last year. Like, and you two were there last year.
I feel it. I mean, they were at points. They were triple parked, not double parked. They were triple parked.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were already asking Slingshots to double park.
Yeah, the end of the islands, you couldn't even start rounding the corners because people were starting to park on the end of the islands, and
yeah.
It was very full, very full.
Yeah, the problem is finding a new location that gives you 3 hotels that you can walk from to the experience.
I think they flirted with the idea of moving it and trying to find a different location. The problem was they couldn't find anything with the same accommodations and the parking facility. You know, they found one or the other.
Yep. Baby Smoke in the building. Shout out to Baby Smoke.
What up, Damien?
The Turnip King.
He must be tired too because he only put it like 5 times, and normally it's like a minimum of 25.
He's tired. He got energy.
Yeah, he must be tired too. What'd you think of the middleweight competition overall?
Middleweight and heavyweight. I mean,
middleweight and heavyweight. Yeah, you played.
They all the bikes, man. They all badass bikes, man. You know, especially Henry, man. Shout out to him and his builder, man. He's It's just one hell of a bike. From we're usually going back and forth from middle to heavy.
Yeah.
So it's pretty crazy.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, what's your next show?
I'm gonna go to Mobile.
Shout out to Jarrell and Armor Customs. I don't know, man. You tempted me. You tempted me. I done looked on Google Maps like 3 times today. Like,
come on, Doc. Come on. You dodged me on this show. Come on.
How far is it again? But then I was looking at the standings today, and I'm like, man, this is week 6, and I've already been to 4 shows. So I'm like, oh, come on, man, slow down.
By the way, your bike sounds amazing, man.
It doesn't it, man.
Yes, and it looks badass. It's always gonna look clean.
I appreciate.
Well, you know, with TJ, the first thing is it's gonna look good. It's gonna look good.
He didn't take the best of the show, but not this year.
Not this year. I didn't get anything. I didn't get it. I left empty-handed, and empty-pocketed. I ain't had no money and no trophies.
They took everything from you, huh? They gave you nothing. They gave you a thank you. Have a safe trip home.
We need to delete that La Phoenix comment. I'll help y'all drive, TJ, before Ingrid see it. Because I don't. Hey, go ahead and shout out your brands. I know, but there's
the brands. You know it all. You know it.
There's 69 people on here right now, and some of them might not know. So
okay,
shout out the brand that got you to the winner's circle.
So everything is DS18, but the batteries are limitless.
And shout out your builder tuner.
I'm the builder. I'm the tuner.
That's what I'm talking about. And I will do it now since you are on the screen. The brand of speaker that got Boss Lady into the winner's circle is none other than DS18. She has those carbon fiber DS18s all the way around.
I know. I saw them.
Yeah. So shout out to DS18.
Yes.
I would do it while you're on the screen. I don't want to not give DS18 their credit. So shout out to
yeah, definitely. The DS18 came to support big time.
Absolutely. So shout out to them. A lot of successful slings pushing DS18, and I was
you seeing a lot. You seeing a lot of them now. Like it's growing.
Well, you know what else I saw, man, when I was walking around the parking lot? A lot of their pods, man. Their pods are really popular.
They got the new ones with the lights. You see them?
Yeah, I saw like 5 sets of them in the parking lot. So yeah, the headrest pods. I saw the waterfall that they have. So shout out to them, man. They're doing their thing. So good job to DS18. So, well, man, look, we appreciate you coming on. We appreciate you coming out to Texas and partying with us again. And
I didn't get to party much, bro, because I had to leave right after the show.
Yeah.
But next year, definitely gonna stay a couple days. So.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's tough when you gotta like just get on the road and because like I had 24 hours. How many hours did you have to drive home?
It took me 26.
Well, yeah. So you're a little further. Yeah, like it's like that's all you think about. Like Saturday, you're like, shit, I got a long day and a half, 2 days of driving coming up. So
yeah, it's
nice.
Yeah.
Well, I hit you up throughout the week, man. I'll let you know what I'm looking like for Mobile, man. But congratulations on your continued success in the sound competitions, man.
Bro, everybody's like telling me, like, hey man, why don't you just do heavy, man? You keep going heavy. I'm like, I'm good.
Hey, I'm with them. Just go up there, man. Just go up there. We got middleweight. Just go up there, man. We got it. We'll take care of middleweight for you. We got it.
Yeah, man, it's
like you could double your speakers now at this point.
I know, right? Nah, I'm good. It's like there's no limit to heavy. That's why I'm like I can't. It's you gotta go all in.
That's dedication there.
DS18 got you, man. DS18 got you. They'll make sure you got a badass heavyweight. Come on, man. Jen just said you're gonna be a super middleweight soon. What's that mean?
Oh damn, she said it. Fuck.
What's she talking about?
I don't know. Yeah.
I told her you said it, Jen. Then she said, don't tell him I said it. She didn't say that. I was just playing. Moving on. Just add some 15s. No, man. Again, man, congrats, man. One of the class acts in the community, bro. We appreciate you. We appreciate you always taking the time to come on the show and celebrate with us. And we will see you out there throughout the season, bro.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Yeah. The community is great. But like honestly, like what was it? When I got there about Friday night, like there was all these bikes that had DS18 kept asking me, hey, are these the good ones? Should I change them? What you think about this? I'm like, shit. It's like
you're supposed to tell them just by the dust cap. Hey, is this the good one?
Yeah. No, but they had a lot of good bikes out there, good speakers. So it's it's looking good.
Yeah. Well, you definitely are a big part of how big DS18 is in the slingshot community.
Yes.
It's always been a big brand, but you definitely have skyrocketed it.
Yeah, a lot of people tell me that, man. Like, man, since I heard your bike, man, a lot of people like, I want to put DS18 on them, and just remember when you win to shout out your amps.
Yeah. Oh, I'm going to. Hey, you see, I put them in the floor, man. Come on. I bought the blue ones just so that they could go with my pops of blue, and I put them right in the floor so everybody could see them, and then I put some lights so you could see them at nighttime too.
And I see Ro do it too. I was like, okay.
Yeah. Come on, man. I didn't buy no DS18 amps to hide them. I didn't buy them to hide them. So no, yeah. Shout out to DSA team, man, and they will get all the love when I win. So
Mobile.
So I gotta beat a DSA team bike just to be able to shout out DSA team. That'll work. No, man, I look forward to it, bro. And if not Mobile, I'll definitely see you somewhere, man.
Absolutely, man. I'm going to go to bed now.
All right, bro. Have a good night.
All right, good night, guys.
All right, later.
See you, man.
All righty. Super heavyweight. Whoo! Bro, bring your earmuffs.
This matchup right here.
If you go to a show and the flyer says that Joker is going to be at the show, bring your earmuffs.
Don't miss it. Don't miss it.
Bring your earmuffs. You'll still be able to hear the music just fine.
I thought you were going to say bring your ass.
Don't say I don't want to wear earmuffs, then I won't be able to hear the music. You'll hear the music. I promise you. Joker versus
you hear the music.
Yeah, Joker versus Undertaker, and what was also some sort of a call out on Facebook, which was funny, and Joker took this one, and when I tell you that I have heard a lot of slingshots over these years that I have been in the slingshot community, this has to be the most impressive slingshot that I've ever heard.
I've never personally experienced a slingshot that sounds like that. I mean,
from 20,000 hertz all the way down to 28 hertz. It's
unreal. I mean, you can stand 20 feet away from it, and the bass is just killing you in the chest. Yep. You feel every movement of that song. You know. Yep.
And with us is the man that was blowing our eardrums. How you doing, man?
How you guys doing? Good evening. It was
outstanding. I can finally hear out of my left ear again. So
hey, I still can't hear well, but we're hanging in there.
I don't know how you guys do that, man. I don't know how you do that.
It was good. Honestly, just getting home now, but it was a good weekend. I mean, honestly, we were there last year. It was our second year as DSA team being there. And it was honestly incredible. Honestly, I mean, the amount of people, the amount of support that we're receiving as DSA team is incredible. Thank you guys for obviously doing these lives and promoting the brand. It's honestly helps a lot. We have people like honestly just become part of the family, like Snow, like Slingwana and multiple other ones that they just join in and they've been with us for a long time. They've seen how we've grown, and we're here for a good time and a long time, and we're here to prove ourselves. We're all about it. We're involved, and we're here to support everybody. Like this weekend, it was just, we're going out there and we're going to support everybody that's part of the family. But overall, I mean, it was just a great weekend. Thanks for the support. Thanks to everybody that put the show together. On behalf of DSA team, we had a great time. And then obviously Saturday night, the big show,
Yeah.
We were honestly
the big dogs eat, man. You guys came hungry and you ate.
It was honestly, it's Joker, Joker's a great guy, but I told him, I mean, I don't know when you plan on stopping.
Yeah.
I think, how do you outdo this? How do somebody?
Yeah. Last year we asked him, "How are you going to go bigger?" And that's how he did it.
I'd like to think it's somebody else other than Joker, but in my opinion, I think it might be Joker to try to outdo himself again.
It's literally him. It's literally him himself. Like he'll call me on a Thursday, Friday night, and be like, "Hey, you think we should do this?" I'm like, "Dude, why don't you go be with your family?" No, man, he's there trying to figure out how to put more speakers on that bike. And I don't know. I mean, I know a lot of people had built, I had heard some word going around. A lot of people had built a couple different bikes already. Yeah. Not expecting Joker, I don't even know, 4.0 maybe, 5.0.
Yeah, we're on now.
Yeah.
So honestly, next year Joker 6.0 might be out. So I mean, at this point, it's a passion. We're very thankful for people like Joker and that take the time and the effort. I mean, it's not just it's not just money. Forget about the money. It's the time and the effort it takes to put a monster like this together. The logistics of moving a monster like this, is crazy. You know, it might be easy to fit 2-3 slingshots in a trailer and let's go here, let's go there, but to move that monster in and out of the trailer, I mean, if you guys were to see how that bike was built, like he measured the trailer, let's say it was like, let's say 8'6", that bike is like 8'5". Like you go in, like you have to be completely sober to get that slingshot in. But honestly, I mean, it was what he wanted. I mean, we wanted that really impressive base. You know, you guys are, you know, everybody. I think it's honestly the crowd who pokes him and says we want. Last year was good and strong, but they said, oh, we want lower base. Well, I think this year we gave him that low base and every frequency of bass. I mean, it was just wherever you would stand on the bike, you know, and the bike. Not only that, but I'm sure, Rob, you heard the bike. I mean, we were playing anything on that bike.
Every type of music,
any song you wanted, that bike will play.
And it was killing every one of them. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So honestly, I mean, it was a great experience, great time. I mean, shout out to Undertaker. I mean, the bike was, you know, sounds great as well, but Joker's just another animal. I mean,
well, that's what I mean. People are like, it sucks because the first time they hear the new Undertaker is when it's parked 17 feet away from the new Joker. People have like this falsehood of what the Undertaker is now, and it's like, no, the Undertaker is a monster build. But
it really is.
It's just out of this world. It's
I mean, honestly, I mean, it's main focus. I mean, our goal, obviously, when putting this whole bike together, I mean, it was mainly Joker behind this, but obviously, you know, as a team, as DS18 supporting him, as the person who tuned it, Lachi with Custom Car Audio, Custom Car Sounds. He's I mean, it's been a whole year. I kid you not, from last year Houston till this year was just a year of nonstop working and late hours. I mean, a shout out to his wife. I mean, who puts up with him in the garage, and so you know, just putting that together and putting, you know, and making it happen. You know, it was great. The power. I mean, I think the clarity. I mean, I appreciate a lot of people giving us the great feedback that it's not just, you know, it's not. I mean, it's really loud. It's an extreme bike. It's gonna be very loud. You're gonna need earplugs. But it's not annoying. It's not an annoying loud that you just can't stand it. It sounds terrible, you know. Because anybody can put 60 drivers and 4 speakers and make it sound 3 miles away. But the problem, the difference is the clarity, the bass. You know, you got the lows, you got your mids, and you got your highs. I think honestly, I was very impressed myself when before, you know, when we first pressed play on the bike here at the shop, and we were like, wow, this thing is. And I think, honestly, the bike still has a lot more. It was very safely tuned, I would say. I don't know if anybody noticed, but none of those amps were clipping. We played Friday night. We played from probably 10 o'clock at night until like 1:30 in the morning when the cops showed up.
The police shut you down.
The police shut us down. Cops showed up. They're like, you guys need to turn it down. The bass is it's just too much. But so the bike is strong. I mean, you know, shout out to anybody who tries to you know, wants to build something that big. It takes, I'm telling you, it's not an easy task. Moving a monster like that is definitely a mission. And shout out to Joker. I mean, his wife, the whole family, DS18, you know, is very, you know, appreciates them and everybody that's part of the DS18 family. I mean, whether you're a small bike, 4-6 speaker bike, you know, even an extreme bike, you guys are all part of the family. And that's one thing about us, you know, you come hang out with us at any time and we're always there, you know, for the support. So honestly, you know, had a great time at the show. Can't wait for next year, but I think we're gonna have to mix it up a little bit. I think we're gonna have to bring you guys over to Miami so we can show you how we do it down here. If you guys think Paula and all these guys were having a lot of fun, wait till you see them in Miami.
Oh yeah, we saw it.
We've experienced
them in Miami last year in November. We experienced them. So
yes.
I think
when Joker wasn't ready, so he pulled in a freaking speedboat being pulled by a truck, still playing music. So yeah, we've experienced it.
It's a great time. I mean, honestly, thank you guys. I mean, it was fun. It was great. I think we'll definitely see Joker at some more shows. I mean, I hope somebody.
I hope too. So I hope
Yeah,
that other people get to experience.
I think it's an experience to hear Joker.
Absolutely, 100% is. It's one of those things. You know, you might only get to experience once, but you know, if you have the opportunity to do it, man, I think is badass for sure. You know what I love too is to watch Joker and his wife enjoy that thing in the parking lot. Nothing serious, just them two, just you know, dancing and just having a good time. I love that.
Yeah,
I love
it. It is definitely you can definitely tell. I mean, it's a passion, it's a hobby.
Yeah,
and
100%.
It's definitely a lot of time consuming, but you know, you got to enjoy it. I mean, whether you like the same thing, you know, everybody builds to what they can, and you know, and it's always important to enjoy it, have fun when you go to the competitions, have fun. You know, I mean, this is obviously, you know, we do this for fun and for, you know, as a passion, but it's always important to enjoy it while you're doing it. I mean, if I don't know if you got Saturday night, it was just such an adrenaline rush playing that bike. You know, the amount of the show that was put on, shout out to, you know, all the guys from SoFlo Slings and everybody that made the show happen, making the whole grand entry into the ring.
Yes, the parade was epic. Yeah.
You know, so definitely, you know, it's always about having fun and having a good time, you know, and being supportive. You know, you might win today, you might lose tomorrow, you never know, but you know, it's always about having a good time, going back to the drawing board, and we're gonna keep going. But I hope Joker relaxes for a little bit.
Yeah.
Last weekend we were at a show in Austin, and we were, you know, in the parking lot, and TJ said, "Hey, did you see the new Joker build?" And I said, "No, and he showed it to me in the park." That was when you guys were at the bagger event
at the bike show, in Miami. Yep.
He turned the phone to me. I said, "There ain't no. This dude is crazy, man. This dude is out of his mind." But I'm not surprised, man. There's one person that's going to outdo himself. It's going to be him.
It's 16 15s if anybody wants to build that. 16 15s.
So I heard Joker at Sling Experience 2 years ago, and you guys were going back and forth with the Wall like 2 years ago. The Wall would play, and then Joker would play, and then Joker came back last year and was like,
because they said he didn't have. They said he didn't have enough base, so he said, "Okay, no problem. I'll be right back. Hold my beer."
Yeah. So came back head and shoulders above the year before, and then this year comes back head and shoulders above the year before. So it's like it's not just incrementally better or just like, oh, they tweaked it. It's like always like above and beyond, head and shoulders above what his previous build was, which is even more so impressive when you can.
It's crazy to think how do at some point, if he decides to outdo it, how do you do that? You know?
Trust me, Joker 6.0 is coming next year.
All right,
so if anybody's building, they better build way bigger than what's building now.
So we got some comments in the comments section. The first one I saw was Snow said, "How about taking the DS18 team to Memphis?" He said, "Let's take the DS18 team to Memphis."
Memphis is another big show, man.
That's a huge show, and that would be dope. And then Walt asked us to ask you if you guys will be coming to the Chicago Midwest Regional Show, July 24th through 27th.
We have to check. I know I did speak to Ryan at the show, but we have to check. I mean, it's just for us. I mean, I don't know if you guys know about how involved we are, but we are involved in Jeeps, cars, boats, bikes, slingshots, helicopter, whatever, you name it. You name it. Anything that has a battery and a motor, we're on it.
I've seen a scooter in a parking lot had DS18.
I wouldn't doubt it. So, I think that I know for a fact. I mean, we have a lot of shows coming up this year. We just got back, and we're getting ready for another show this weekend, and we have another one the weekend after. So it's a lot of shows that we do attend. If the calendar's free, I did speak to Ryan, and I did ask him to send me the information. So if we are free that weekend, I don't see why not. And Memphis as well. I'll get with Snow and I'll check dates. We love to come out, support. Yeah. You know, not always like last year. We had a little bit more time, so we were able to show up and support with the big trailer and all that. This year, unfortunately, because of all the shows we have back to back, we just couldn't make the drive, so we decided to fly and you know still be there and support. I mean, as a brand, you know, shout out to Sling Chick for for helping us out, to representing over at the show. So you know, pretty much. I mean, if we're available, we're there. We're one of the companies I think that supports our customers and the shows the most.
That's cool.
Well, I'm going to say as two guys that do a podcast about sound competition, man, we really appreciate what DS18 is bringing to the Slingshot community. It's obvious that you care about the Slingshot community. The research and development alone that you guys have done on putting together and fabricating pieces that are plug and play in these slingshots is crazy and cannot go unnoticed by people in this community. They're used to having, I'm not going to name brands, but they're used to having like other off the shelf, brands that tried to do it, and it just wasn't the same as these DS18 ones that are coming out. So shout out to DS18 for what they're doing. That's dope.
I appreciate that. Honestly, I mean, our goal with that obviously was to, put out a product that would work. But we had a lot of customers, telling, hey man, they got these parts, but we're having issue, this issue, that issue. So we went ahead. I mean, we are our own manufacturer, so we own our own factory. Mm-hmm. So we had the power to do it. With that being said, we do have a lot more parts that are coming out for slingshots. We did focus, I would say, honestly, I would say we did focus on more of the rider setups, the guys that, want to enjoy their bikes and not worry about, like I said, the boxes we have right now, let's say the subwoofer boxes, they're great. They sound real good, but they're not going to, you're not going to be your middleweight BBL box, Right. But that doesn't mean we don't have any on the way. So
I know you learned.
So we are working, obviously us showing up to these shows and seeing the real world, seeing that, for example, we used to sell a lot of our products with the marine speakers out of, let's say, a lot of guys like it loaded already with the marine speakers because it's real simple, comes with the lights. You can leave your slingshot in the rain for a week and nothing will happen.
Yeah.
But you got the guys that want to use the pods and compete or have, the pro audio setup because they want to be louder. I mean, they don't just want 150 RMS speaker. They want a 300, 400 RMS speaker. So cool. So we do sell them empty as well. But all the parts that we've came out with honestly have been a total success. I mean, they sell out very fast. I don't know if you guys saw the second version that we came out with now with digital already, since everybody's going to the dream lights, the chasing lights. All of the new pods are already coming with the digital chasing lights. Nice. So we're I would say we're getting more creative as it goes, and coming out to these shows definitely helps us. The support that we get from you guys definitely helps us. And we will continue to put out more parts and more of everything that we need to, anything we need to make, we're going to make it so we can work. Yeah. And not only that, but I think that's one of my last things is we're a company we own. So we own a slingshot. So we know what it is going on the highway at 70 miles an hour and not hearing your music, Yeah. It's not just, oh, let me make some parts. We own a slingshot. We own a Jeep, we own Can-Ams, we own everything that we make parts for. We own it because we want to, get that user experience, because it's not the same just to say, look, well, here's some pods and figure it out, or let's see what happens. So all the parts are obviously test fitted before we put them out. So we know fitment is good.
With your products, it's the simplicity of an everyday rider that really just wants to have something simple that, you're right, on the highway at 70, 75 miles an hour, they're still able to hear it loud and clear. Where exactly. With it's a great addition to upgrading a factory setup.
Definitely. And like I said, we're gonna come out with bigger parts for the guys who do want to compete in bigger classes. We are gonna have bigger parts available. So you guys stay tuned, and
I can't wait to see that. I can't wait to see that.
That's going to be fun. That's going to be fun to see. But it's also it's something to feel like you're buying from a company that's part of the community. When you see them at the events, when it feels like they're listening, when it feels like they understand what the community needs, And then when you talk to people that are part of the DS 18 family, and they talk about people like you or other people in the company that they have relationships with, that, you know, that helps when we're talking about the brand, or we're talking about how, you know, these different brands that are getting people into the winner circle, you know, people buy with more confidence when it's somebody that they're going to see at a show, when it's a vendor that is a part of the community, not just somebody that's selling to the community and making money off of the community, but they're a part of the community. So
and it guarantees, you know, I know exactly how the customer is going to feel when he buys that pod. You know, I know he's not going to be upset because I've tested it. I know it works. So I know it's, you know, his reaction. And also, you know, if there's an issue and the customer says, yo, you know, I bought this pod and it doesn't work, trust me, I probably already know about the issue and it was probably already resolved. But luckily, I mean, with the Slingshot parts, it hasn't happened. We've had pretty much good, you know, customer feedback on all the parts, sub boxes, the armrest, kick panels, the headrest. I mean, we have the waterfall, and everything is coming out with all the digital chase dream lights.
I love that. I love that they're all coming out with the lights in it, and whether you hook them up or not, but they're there ready to go.
They're there ready to go.
Look, Snow said you're about to make him change his speakers to Marines the way you're talking about it.
Listen, Snow.
Hey, please do it, Snow. Please do it.
then he's gonna win the light competition after that.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, honestly, I can't thank you guys enough. I mean, everybody, the show organizers, the customers, everybody that comes out and supports us, and the same way we go out and support everybody. I mean, it was great. Thanks to Joker, honestly, for trusting me with that little slingshot.
Little slingshot.
Yeah,
it was definitely an adrenaline rush. It was a lot of pressure. He said, if I don't win, I was gonna have to drive back, and I said, I'm not driving back.
Was that the deal? He got your plane ticket, huh?
I was like, I'm not losing that. I'm not missing this flight. So honestly, I mean, thank you guys for doing this these podcasts. Yeah. And honestly, I mean, look forward to being, keep staying in contact with you guys and being on more of them. Whatever you guys need, feel free to reach out. And we're here to support you guys.
We do.
Awesome. So before we let you go, I just want to read a couple of the comments.
Yeah.
And then it looks like Joker just got home. So hopefully we could bring Joker up on the screen before we let you off. But I really love what you did to Sling Chicks, Sling. You've got what an experience to own a slingshot and be in a group or family that really support each other and have fun. Genuinely, it's just something you have to own one to know. The warranty department, though, outstanding. Mr. DS18 was replacing my mid-range in the middle of the competition. So just thank you for representing Joker. We love you to pieces, and the crazy music you play for 5 hours at a time. Jen said, so happy our family is truly being recognized. Sounds so professional. He didn't sound like that Thursday and Friday night.
That's your fault. I mean, they want me to dance and do these weird things. I mean,
look, which role do you want me to play right now?
Yeah. They want me to be professional, but they're handing me a bottle. I mean, what do you want me to do?
Let's see. Customer service is amazing. I'm so impressed right now. So just DS18, baby. So yes, Joker can still get on. Rob, you sent the link, right? Joker should have the link. Click the link and Joker can absolutely get on.
Yeah.
But look,
let's bring Joker on. I'm sure he has something to tell us about his
about his rebuild.
About his rebuild for next year.
We're already wait. This is the first time people are seeing it, but we're already going to talk about 6.0 or 5.
I think what it is he's a little upset that there were all those windows right there next to the competition,
and they didn't break.
None of them broke. Yeah. Not one of them broke. So he's like, we're breaking a window next year.
I think that's. Imagine the 2 days before we left, obviously before it got loaded in the trailer, he decided to do a little test on his subs, and the neighbor came out within like 2 minutes. Yeah, you knocked down the frame off my wall. the house next door, which is not even that close, it's pretty far. The house next door, the frame came off the wall. She's like, "Oh my gosh!"
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, Joker had to pay for a frame.
Oh my goodness.
All right, let's see if Joker gets on.
Yeah, we'll give him a couple minutes. So what's next? Is anything you could tell us that's next for DS18, either inside the Slingshot community or just amongst? I know you said you're getting ready to go to another event. Where can people find you guys?
So this weekend we'll be in Daytona Beach for Jeep Beach, which is honestly one of the biggest shows that we attend. I think last year was over 5,000 Jeeps. I mean, it's like you drive through imagine driving to Daytona, like normally the bike week, you see a bunch of bikes, but you see all these Jeeps. It's just a bunch of Jeeps. We have a lot of people that definitely support us as well there. Since we have as well a lot of parts that are so easy to use, user friendly. So we got very involved in the Jeep world, and I think definitely, that was one of the first categories we got into, and it definitely made us blow up as a company in the sense of, giving us a name and recognition. So Jeep Beach is definitely one of the biggest shows that we support. We'll be there this weekend. And then after that, we have another bike show where coincidentally, we'll be up in Panama City. So that's a bike show. A lot of Slingshots as well attend there. So, I mean, and the list goes on. We have shows for the rest of the year. But like I said, I mean, the Slingshot community, Sling Experience is one of the shows that we attend. But we definitely want to look into expanding. The Slingshot community is huge. I mean, you guys kill it every year. I mean, it's like last year was you see a Slingshot, but the next year you don't see it the same. I mean, the amount of lights, I'm so impressed with the amount of lights they put on those Slingshots. It's not even just the music, honestly. It's just about having a good time. The community going out at the show, it's just you have a great time. I was actually talking to Jack, and because he was here in Miami for the bike show, and he's like, "Man, the bike shows are so boring compared to this." I'm like, "Yeah, it's very true. The Slingshot community is just going out, competing, and then they go and have fun. Everybody's friends, everybody's family. So it's definitely a great time. And it's been good. As far for DS18, I mean, like I said, we have a lot of new products coming out. The Slingshot pods, the outer pods are coming out as well. We should have those shortly. So we're working. And if you guys have any requests and any ideas, send them my way. We'll make it happen.
Absolutely.
Yep. So.
It's
been good.
We just made it. We just made it right now.
He just made it because he took a nap every 2 hours.
Well, that's thanks to the amigos. Thanks to the amigos.
The amigos were keeping him up late.
Yeah. What a trip. How you guys doing?
Good, man. Congratulations, man, on a heck of a debut.
I know, man. Thank you so much. It means a lot to me. I was listening to the pod, but the traffic was horrible. I don't want to, to sleep it just to log in. But finally, I just stopped and figured out how to do it. And but yes, I'm very happy with my build. It was it took me a whole year. I just took a lot of advice from everybody. I was just listening to it, and I just want to do what everybody thought that was impossible to do, especially when it comes to an open air and to get the base. It took me 4 different boxes after they were already built and done and almost put into the Slingshot. They didn't give me the sound that I wanted it. I just destroyed it and I created it again and again and again. Finally, my 5th one, I ended up getting the hertz that I was looking for, which it was about like 35 hertz from the base, and then I started building everything up. I shout out to Luis for playing the beautiful music he has in the playlist, and the best tuner. I consider Lázaro Lachis being the best tuner when it comes to a stream crazy sounds, because he put a lot of effort in. I don't even know how he can handle Joker's power through his ears.
because I can't even handle Joker. So
he can't even handle it.
That cannot be a fun sling to tune, man. It
yes,
cannot
yes,
be.
yes, yes. It is crazy. It's a lot going on, but I always says everything is impossible until it gets done.
Yeah.
And I did it this time, and now hopefully I can continue creating. There's not, like I say, there's nothing I cannot create in my garage with half a whiskey, half a gallon of Chivas Regal.
And that's how the Joker 5.0 was done.
And that's how 6.0 will be done too, right?
That's how 6.0 will be done.
I'm gonna enjoy this one first for a little bit.
You got to, man.
Like 2 months. Like 2 months. He's gonna enjoy it.
I already have my ideas and how we think it can get better, because I always listen to everybody's opinion. Doesn't matter, and I do appreciate everybody's truly when they tell me the truth in my face. I don't want no fake crap like hey, yeah, sounds great or whatever. I wanna hear the truth from the bottom of his heart. How can he get better, and how we create it? And I want them to tell me what is impossible to do so I can do it.
It's impossible to break a window at Sling Experience next year with your weight.
Oh shit.
The
challenge has been set, huh?
You're poking the bear, man. You're poking the bear. You're poking the bear, man.
No, that thing is. I already said it's the most impressive slingshot I've ever heard, man.
Absolutely.
Yes, well, thank you very much. The next time I would like to be the competition for clarity to be on Friday, so at least everybody can be there and not because it's a lot of people traveling for Sling Experience. It's a national event, and it takes a lot of people a lot of hours. It took me right now a day and a half just to get to get here and to get there, and but at the end, I know you guys are working and getting the feedback from everybody, so you guys can make it better every single time, every single year, and I appreciate that. That's one of the things, I would like to hear. There was a lot of bikes that sounds a lot, very, very nice, and I would like to compete there too. Just because I'm crazy, I always create a wild thing doesn't mean, I like to compete on every single thing. I don't even let my granddaughter beat me.
Joker, I know when we talked earlier, you said you would have loved to have been able to get into the clarity contest. You didn't get there till like literally when it was starting, but
yes,
I couldn't imagine that thing. I could imagine it, but I couldn't imagine hearing it.
Because we had the playlist ready.
Yeah, he said that. He told me, he was like, we had the songs ready to go, and so I would love
we will
to
get
hear
you we will get you a list of all of the shows this year that are doing the clarity contest, so that you do not miss the opportunity next time.
Yes. Well, but the people will say,
I believe Memphis is doing the clarity contest.
Listen, I think if there's a clarity contest and there's any opponent to go against, I think we can.
Well, the
we'll make the trip. No, not the clarity contest. I'm talking about clarity, and then we can go into the extreme heavyweight or super heavyweight.
You want to come for the full package?
Yeah. We want to go for the full package, for the whole thing.
Snow. Somebody said, where is it? Jen said he needs to do the DJ battle at every show he goes to.
Oh, no.
And Joe came back and said, no, don't let Joker do the DJ battle.
I tell you what, give me the Bluetooth connection for the DJ battle. We'll just shut it
Hey, listen,
down.
I already told you, Rob. Me and you got to talk later.
Yeah. That would be
fun, man. It was great. It was great.
We really appreciate it. Joker, we really appreciate you jumping on as soon as you got home. I know you're tired, man. You've been on the road nonstop. So thank you for tuning in. Thanks for sharing that slingshot with us at Sling Experience. Man. That was a treat, man. That is one people will talk about. And we appreciate both of you guys.
All right. Thank you very much for having me.
Yes, sir. Thank you both for coming on. Congratulations.
Of course. Appreciate you guys. You guys have a great night. Thank you, guys.
Thank y'all. Man, oh man, that slingshot, bro. Yeesh.
It's like ridiculous isn't the right word. Like over the top isn't the right word. Phenomenal isn't the right word. Like it's just crazy. I think crazy is the right word because it's unreal.
So look at this, man. Look at this. Peer pressure. Look at this. What's that say?
What is this?
That's clarity.
Oh yeah.
Clarity.
Yes.
La Patrona.
Why am I on with Pandemic? Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
La Patrona versus Game Changer and Game Changer 1. Texas versus Maniac and Texas 1. Boss Lady versus Chucky and Boss Lady 1. Pandemic versus Black Sheep and Pandemic 1. Game Changer versus Texas and Game Changer 1. Boss Lady versus Pandemic and Pandemic 1. Game Changer versus Pandemic and Pandemic won that one. And then the lower half of the bracket was Showstopper versus Goliath and Showstopper won. Press Play versus Bougie and Bougie won, which set up a Bougie Pandemic final, and Pandemic took that one to win the Clarity contest. So shout out to the Clarity contest. Had to do a bracket. This thing is gaining so much traction. Yeah. There's already multiple shows across the country that have said they are going to do the Clarity contest. We missed the bracket for the ATX show, but I already have plans to get with DTP so that we could try to recreate it. But if you have a Clarity contest, we will. Who was it? Moet? Was it your other sling? Because we'll update it. It was one of your slings. Moet was in the Clarity contest. So which one was it? If you're having the Genesis. It may have been Genesis,
yeah,
but
like purplish gray one.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I think they're both purple.
Next time, correct me in private, Moet. Jesus, man. But no. So shout out Showstopper versus Genesis and Showstopper won. Press Play versus Bougie and Bougie won. So that is the correct order. But if you are having a Clarity contest, we will put together a Clarity contest bracket so that the people that join can see the bracket, and the people that weren't there can see who was in the Clarity contest and how it went down. And you can see that it is not dominated by big slings. It is not dominated by slingshots with a lot of speakers or big speakers. This bracket shows you, I mean, Texas beat Maniac. Game Changer beat La Patrona.
Yeah.
You know, so it's not all just big middleweights and heavyweights and stuff like that. Bougie made it to the final against monster slingshots, against Press Play and Showstopper that are monster. He said Goliath had a broken nose. That was pre-bow. that was before the bow. That was Goliath before the bow. But Mama Duck just said Nashville is considering a Clarity contest. So again, shout out to Lucas for putting this thing together. I remember last year when he reached out to me and I told him I thought it was a great idea. I gave him as much feedback as I could. Shout out to him for, tirelessly reaching out to these shows and explaining it to them and asking them to give it a try. It's not easy to get these shows that are already successful, that are already confident in the product that they're putting out, to get them to add another piece to that product. But he did it. Probably my fault. I just had Moet written down. I did not know he had two slings at this event. It's all good, Mark. It's my fault because I could have called him, because I called him about something else. So I could have called him about this, but it's his fault, Mark, because he could have waited and told me in private. But yeah, so shout out to Pandemic for winning the Sling Experience Clarity contest. It is a big win. We did not want it to not have a bracket. So Pandemic, that's what I was talking about when I said stick around. I got something for you. Thanks for the support. I will help any platform that needs help. So there you go. If you're thinking about putting one on, reach out to Lucas. He will. We've seen him personally show up to walk people through and help them host the competition, and then we will absolutely keep a Clarity, and then Rob and I are going to talk offline about how we figure this thing out, and maybe the top 8 Clarity bikes get invited to Miami for the ultimate Clarity contest.
We've said off before the season, during the off season, that these Clarity contests and these DJ battles have been a big hit in there. And we thought that they would be started to be incorporated in a lot of these shows, and we're seeing that now. You know, they're bringing that entertainment value to a show that just, you know, it's something different. You know what I mean? It creates something different for your show. So if you're doing it, you know, like Lucas said, reach out to him. He'll help you out with whatever, you know, information you need on how to kind of do it. But it's
and
it's different. You don't. What I love is you don't have to be a monster builder. You don't have to be intimidated by a monster builder. If you think you have great vocals and you got 6.5s, or you got the Joker pulls in, you know, you might be Joker with 6.5s.
I mean, imagine getting to go to Miami in November to be crowned the cleanest or the clearest in the country.
Oh, I got a good ring to it, don't
The clearest in the
country.
The clarity. Ooh, come on,
man.
Come on. So there it is. First ever clarity bracket. And anybody that does them will get a bracket. So shout out to Lucas. Shout out to Pandemic. Shout out to Sling Experience for doing it.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's it. That's the brackets. So let's get through these. Let's get through these updated standings real quick. Featherweight updated standings. The Rising is still holding on to first place at 6-2, but Phoenix is creeping. 4-1 for Phoenix. Number 3 is Paradise at 3-0. Number 4 is Why Not at 2-0. Number 5 is Remedy at 2-1, and then you can see the bottom 5 of the top 10. Lightweight, we've got Game Changer holding on to first place at 5-0. Nobody has cracked the code in lightweight yet. Number 2 is The Thing at 3-0. Number 3 is Phoenix at 1-0. Number 4 is Lime Squeeze at 1-1. Number 5 is that Gale Force Bike at 1-1. And you can see the bottom 5 of the top 10: Texas, The Rising, Lionheart, Chief, and Snowman. Welterweight, Game Changer jumps into first place in welterweight with a impressive weekend at Sling Experience. Game Changer has taken over the number 1 spot in the country in welterweight at 8-1. I'm sure Thriller is going to have something to say about that. There's some East Coast shows coming up, and the Thriller, we know that the Thriller is going to knock off some wins at those East Coast shows, but this is going to, it's starting to be fun to watch.
Yes.
And then behind,
it got interesting right around mid-season last year. It got real interesting, man. These numbers started growing, and you know.
So number 3 is Lil Pun, at still undefeated at 5-0. Number 4 is Lemon Crust jumping onto the standings at 3-1.
Yes.
Number 5 is Dragon at 2-2. So in your top 5, you have 2 builders. UAS and Light 'em Up. A very familiar top 2 when it comes to builders and tuners. And then rounding out your top 10 is Maniac, Blue 2, Seven Skies, Hulk, and Checkmate. So shout out to all of the bikes. Oh, let me go back 2 slides real quick. So something new that we added. So this is the top 10. And then what we did is we added this little statement down at the bottom. So we're not going to show everybody, but we're going to tell you how many have competed. So this is the top 10 out of 18 competitors in 2025 as of 4/14. This is the top 10 out of 15 competitors. Welterweight is the top 10 out of 22 competitors so far in 2025. So we don't want you to miss how popular each class is and how many people have been competing in each class. So can't wait for our welterweight to hit the Moet. I heard about y'all welterweight, so I'm hearing that thing is going to shoot up the standings. That it's not even going to be funny. So I can't wait
out there and start pressing play.
Yeah. So all right, middleweight. This is the top 10 out of 31 competitors, bro. 31 people have competed in middleweight already, and we're only in week 6. Black Mamba jumps into first place at 8-0. Snow in second place at 7-3. Bumblebee in third place at 4-2. Pandemic jumps into the standings all the way up to fourth place at 3-1. Mad Max, played by Nay, at number 5 at 2-1. And rounding out the top 10 is Man of God, Press Play, Showstopper, Spawn, and Terrence. I'd be going to Miami right now, baby. If the season ended today, I'd be in Miami.
Man of God making a list of this first show. That's dope, man. I love it. I love it.
Heavyweight. Balling, still holding on to first place at 5-1, but Snow is right there at 5-2 in second place. So I agree. Everybody in the comments, if you think that Snow should just move up to heavyweight permanently, just say Snow in the comments. If he should just leave middleweight alone and just move up to heavyweight permanently, put Snow in the comments. Baby Smoke, I see you already did it. I'm just playing. He was already saying Snow for another reason. That's why I said that, because I figured I already had one. But Lewis said Snow. That's what I'm talking about. Winfield said Snow. That's what I'm talking about. Snow, move up. Number 3, Bumblebee at 2-2. Number 4, Black Mamba at 2-2. Number 5, Mad Max, played by Elvin at 1-0. And then rounding out the top 10, Game Over, Mad Max, played by Nay. B. Young, played by Elvin, Maniac, and Goliath. Extreme. First movement we've had on Extreme in a couple weeks. Game Over still in first place, only because, again, Game Over had one win before Joker. So Joker is in second place at 1-0. Yoskar in third place at 1-1. Mad Max, played by Elvin, and Undertaker rounding out the top 5. And your top 20 in the nation. Again, this is all records combined across all classes. This is out of 78 total competitors so far this year, which is ridiculously impressive. The sound community is back. The love for sound competitions is back. When you have 78 competitors 6 weeks into the season, that's huge. Game Changer is number 1 in the country right now at 14-3 with an 82.35% win percentage. Snow is in second place at 12-5 with a 70% win percentage. Black Mamba at 10-3 or 10-2 with an 83% win percentage. Thriller is number 4 in the country at 7-3. The Rising, number 5 in the country at 7-4. And then you can see the rest of the top 20. Some super impressive builds out there. Shout out to the owners. Shout out to the builders. Shout out to the wives or husbands that put up with the travel schedule for the people to be on these.
Amen to that.
On these lists. So super excited, man. Super excited. I was doing the numbers. Today. We will unveil our brand listing next week during our Let's Talk About It. So we do not have a show this weekend. So we will have a Let's Talk About It. And during that Let's Talk About It, we will release the first brand rankings for the season. That is where we will list the top speakers, top tweeters, top subwoofer, top amp, top battery, and then the top builders and top tuners across the country. We will show the viewers and the listeners what brands are getting these bikes or these slings into the winner circle. You know, it'll help you make a decision if you're thinking about changing, if you're thinking about building. If you don't really know a lot, you can look and say, okay, well, these brands are successful for a lot of people, so why wouldn't it be successful for me? And then you can combine that. You know, you can go straight down the list, combine that, and then you can even find a builder and tuner right off of the list. And it kind of makes your decision pretty easy. So again, that will be released. We wanted to wait until the numbers were high enough that it made sense. Not that it was like 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. Yeah. We wanted there to be some separation. I think you're going to be surprised at some of the brands when this thing comes out and who is really making noise so far this season. Some you won't be surprised, but some I think you'll be really surprised. So that's it, man. That's the brackets. That's the standings. I think now we pop up a video to say a special thank you to our sponsors that are making this show possible, and then we roll right into our.
Let me give a quick. I want to give a quick shout out. I had an issue with my I did the rides, which I typically don't do because I'm always afraid something's gonna happen, and of course I had a couple small issues. One, my little lens popped out of my mirror, and then but more importantly, my air ride went out and the rear end. So I limped it back to the lot, and that following morning, I had 4 different people help me out getting this thing right. Black Mamba let me use a ramp to be able to back it up on. House of Sound let me use their tent space to troubleshoot and figure out what was going on. Come to find out there was a leak in the line. We just ran a whole new line. I got that line from AP what's his name over at AP?
Pedro,
yeah. Pete. Some people know him as Pete, some people know him as Pedro. But yeah, shout out to them, and then Jose at RCB for recalibrating it once we got it all done and leveled back out again. So that's what this community is about. All of those guys, without a doubt, just kind of was like, whatever I can do, let me know. So shout out to all of those people that helped me out getting me right. And I will now be prepared with a little air ride kit thing that with fittings, because I didn't carry none of that. Never had an issue. It's been on her 3 years. Never had an issue. Unfortunately I did. It finally happened to me, and it's happened before to other people. So unfortunately it does happen, but I will be more prepared next time, so that if there's an opportunity I can fix it, I'm gonna at least have the parts I need.
Tell me about that kit when we're offline, man. That way I can make sure that Lunatic.
Yeah, actually, Bumblebee told me about it. So I'll get that information from Bumblebee, but I'll share it with you for sure.
That's funny. I said it, and right when I said it, it popped up in the comments. I need an air ride kit at MOG. AP in the building. Shout out to AP, man.
Yeah.
Shout out to AP. Some freaking impressive machines that were at.
I went over to pick the line and the fittings up over at his facility over there. Man, he got some amazing projects he's working on. So shout out to him. I appreciate it, man. I really do.
People, man.
I'd have been stuck on the ground, and that ain't no good. So.
Yes, indeed.
And I had a lens show up on my doorstep an hour before this podcast, and I only told Big Sims about it yesterday.
Oh, a mirror.
Yeah, the lens for the mirror. Just the actual mirror lens itself just popped out real quick. And, I had a pretty big pothole. I'm glad it wasn't the wheel, and it was only the mirror. It's very minimal. So shout out to him too for getting me that so quick. Appreciate it, Big Sims.
Nice. Very nice. All righty, man. So I think we do a quick thank you to our sponsors, and then we pull up Lunatic and the build of the week. Sound like a plan?
Man.
Sounds like a plan.
Thank you to our 2025 sponsors. Featherweight belt sponsor, House of Sound Car Audio. The lightweight sponsor, the 12-volt specialists. The welterweight sponsor, Gator Express Mobile Cigar Lounge. A middleweight sponsor, Underground Auto Styling. The heavyweight sponsor, Big Sim Designs. The extreme sponsor, Hot Slings. And a special shout out to all of our heavyweight and below sponsors.
Well. You just left me here all by myself. So that means I can do whatever I want to do. Well, the first thing I'm going to do is thank everybody for voting for Build of the Month. I put a poll in a Slingshot Soundspot group and asked everyone to vote for the Build of the Month. And the poll has been closed as of 4 p.m. CST today. So let me pull up the winner. Here you go. Congratulations to Mr. Cut Up. You are the Build of the Month. So that means you have earned your spot to enter the end of the year rankings to see if you become the build of the year. So thank you for that. Moving right along, I want to move into the build of the week. So stand by.
Can we just jump in real quick before you do
No, you shouldn't. You shouldn't.
Just real quick. We just got to jump in real quick and talk about how impressive that vote was. 29 shares of that post, 4.3 thousand people reached, and 473 total votes.
That's crazy.
I mean, ridiculous response to that.
I'm glad to see the participation is serious on that. You know, we obviously love that. I'm sure the people that are featured as the build of the week appreciate that support. So I only see this thing expanding and growing and getting bigger month by month as we get towards the end of this year.
So we just want to give you your props on an outstanding post, an outstanding idea, and how well it was received by the community. That was it.
I delivered that kind of nicely, though. I did not appreciate some of you jokers going in there, adding names and doing this and that. Follow directions, please. I was like stressed out, like, good Lord, I can't cut it off. I don't know how to cut off the other stuff. I thought I did, but I didn't. But either way, I appreciate you. If you want to be considered as builder of the week or builder of the month, send me your videos. I wanted to do, thank you, Sling Experience. It was great hanging out with you guys. I wanted to capture some videos of Sling Experience. Unfortunately, I did not because I was running around crazy. And Friday, unfortunately, I was not feeling well. So I had to take care of me first. But if you want to be featured as build of the week, send me your videos. The criteria is listed on the Slingshot Soundspot page. And the poll will be posted in the group. So please send me your videos, flood my inbox, or send me a message. So right now I want to go ahead and get into the build of the week for this week. To give y'all a little flavor of what that thing looked like in the daytime and what it looks like at night. Now, I know I seen this thing in person and I was like, I want my slingshot painted. No, I said I want those lights. And man, the guy was like, that's paint. And no, you're not getting that. Girl, you have done your thing. Seven Skies. I love it. I love it. I love it. It's so cool. It's so clean. It's beautiful. Unfortunately, she could not make it tonight because she has to work, but she did send in her responses. We chopped it up on the phone and talked about a couple of things. So I appreciate her for even sending in her response and wanting to be a part of the show. And maybe we can get her on another night when we do a Let's Talk About It and she can talk about her sling. So I'm going to go ahead and put up some slides with the answers to the questions that I asked her. And then if you're watching on YouTube or on Facebook, you can pause it and read them. It's going to be real quick. It's not going to be very long. So we're not holding up this segment because I really wanted her to come on and talk about it. She is a very, very loving person. And when she talks about her build, you can just feel the joy through the phone. Like it was amazing. And she was at Sling Experience. So if you missed her, you just missed it. You just missed it. had to see that one more time. I had to run that back just one more time. So here we go. Slingshot, her name is Seven Skies. Seven Skies. She did her build in 2 phases. Love it. How did she get involved in the community? There you go. And if you're doing a build, make sure you take photos, videos. This is what she wants to share with the community. Hindsight is 2020. And she shared this wonderful graphic with us. You can pause it later on and check it out. That's it for the build of the week. You get to see the video twice. You got to see her responses. Make sure if you follow her on Facebook or you're her friend on Facebook, you tell her congratulations. She will be entered into the contest for the build of the week to be able to win the build of the month. And if you have a cool video of your slingshot, whether you think it's build of the week worthy or not, just submit it. Send it to me. Send it to Man of God or Game Changer or to Miss Paula. And we will see what we can do to get you to be the build of the week, or at least feature your slingshot on our YouTube channel, under our reels, on Facebook, or whatever the case may be. Submit it. Just submit it. All right. So thank you guys. Come on back, Mr. Game Changer and Man of God.
Hey.
That was quick. That was quick. I'm sad she couldn't make it, but I do understand, people have lives outside of this.
Yeah.
And she submitted really good. Like, I had to chop it down to be able to fit, in a quick time frame. But I would love to have her come on, because I do it no justice talking about her build at all.
Yeah. I'm seeing more and more of those lights. I know Tada had that same kind of setup on hers, which is beautiful. And she won a couple of different awards this weekend at Sling Experience. That's that next level lighting that is, me. Everybody knows I hate the strips on the bikes. I hate, I can't even imagine I clean mine a lot, so I can't even imagine how it is to clean with strips on it. I can only imagine. So that it takes all of that away. If I was ever going to do some big lighting on it, that would be the way to go. But I know it's not an easy thing. There's a lot of time and man hours to go into doing something like that.
Shout out to the base down there in Houston.
Yeah.
The base has put some amazing slingshots out there. They sponsored the Best in Show at Sling Experience the year before last. I mean, just the stuff that they do with not only those lights, but some of the tail fin setups that they do, where it's kind of built into your tail fin. And they're the hood emblem stuff that they'll do for your stuff. It's just it's next level. So if you are interested if you saw those lights and you're interested in something like that, reach out to the base. Really talented shop.
Somebody said really.
Yeah. So shout out to them. Let's see here. This is the part of the show where normally we would pull up the upcoming shows. Y'all want to see what the show is?
Guess what?
But don't do my friend like that, because she's in flight. Otherwise, she would be on.
The upcoming show is Let's Talk About It live on Slingshot Soundspot. So that is the next show. Now, I will say that's going to be a different Let's Talk About It, because during that Let's Talk About It, we will unveil the builder brackets. Yeah. Paula will have a guest on that show, which will be Jarrell and Cynthia Armour, possibly Jason Simmons. I'm not sure, because they will be talking about the Mobile show the following week. So they will be on Let's Talk About It to talk about the upcoming show in Mobile. And then I think didn't we say there were specific things we wanted to talk about during that Let's Talk About It?
Certain subjects, yeah.
Yeah, we had certain subjects. We're going to try to bring up some talking points. We're
going to share.
We can, yeah, we can.
I think they should wait. I think you should join next week, and you will know what the subjects are. But one subject we can tell you is we hope that Mr. Cutup joins next week and tell us how excited he is to win Build of the Month. He's the first Build of the Month for this season, which is absolutely freaking amazing.
The first ever. We've never done a Build of the Month.
Ever, right?
First ever. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think
thank you for creating that. By the way, I love that. I mean, that's something that you put together yourself, and it's something that now we can work towards a prize for somebody that will be now Build of the Year.
Yeah.
Thank you, Robert.
See, she's still finding ways for us to spend money.
Hey, you heard what Dave Man said earlier. We here for a good time. And
a long time. I like that one.
And a long time. Because usually we say we here for a good time, not a long time. But I love the way Luis did that. We here for a good time and a long time. You can't take that money with you, boy.
Yeah. So first, let's talk about it of the season. I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward. We always get good topics. Again, those shows are only as good as the participation from the community. Yeah. Please join in. The crazy thing is, throughout these shows, we travel the country. Where we've been so far this year, including you, Rob. We've been to Tampa. Yeah, we've been to New Orleans. We've been to Houston. We've been to Austin. Mm-hmm. That's it.
We're going to Mobile.
So we've been to all these places, and it never it feels like almost every show I have one or two people come up to me and be like, oh, y'all should talk about, oh, yeah, y'all owe it to the community to mention this or so on and so forth. Look,
there's so much there's so many ways we can take this. There's so many things we can do and talk about. We don't love 3.5 hour podcasts because, who's got that much time to dedicate towards it? Viewer wise, we'll do it if people are going to watch, but there's so much we can do. So much we can do.
But where I was going with it is, let's talk about it as your opportunity to come on and talk about it yourself. Instead of recommending that we talk about it or so on and so forth, come on the show and engage with us, and we'll have the conversation with you. We're not afraid of any conversation. Yes, we are about community. And I would 10 times out of 10 pick a conversation that builds up the community as opposed to one that tears down the community. I'm not going to focus on the 10%. I'm not going to focus on the 10% of the show that you feel like could have been better when 90% of it was phenomenal. I'm not going to talk about the 10% of people that you think are ruining the community when 90% of them are phenomenal. I'm not going to talk about the 10% of anything because 10% is everywhere. So yes, we typically try to stay away from those topics just because it doesn't do anything to build. But if there are critiques or things like that could be mentioned and so on and so forth, then let's talk about it. And if it starts to steer off course, then we'll probably course correct. But let's have a conversation. So if there's a conversation that you want to have, we invite y'all to click the link next Monday and have the conversation.
Next Monday, you gotta wear your Sunday's best.
Are we dressing up for Monday? Is Monday dress up day?
Let's dress up in our Sunday's best.
I don't have Sunday's best.
And I want Black Mamba to join. Well, listen, you need to get one of your old Baptist Southern friends and let them tell you what Sunday's best is.
He said, I don't have any of those either.
I don't have any of those guys either.
Don't go to your apostolic friends because you're going to be, don't do that. I'm just playing. My family's apostolic. But I want Black Mama to come on there. She be whipping out them shirts and them hats and them things for you boys. I love it. And La Phoenix, you need to come on, make an outfit that we can all wear. She good at that too. Paula, Amy, Rachel, get y'all stuff together. Come on and join. Let's flood it on Monday.
Hey, if you are a shop, if you want to talk about a new product that you just released, Jack, if you want to talk about a new piece that just went into production, 12 volt, if you want to talk about a new piece that you have out, RCB, A&P, Audio Hogs. Help me, Rob, so I don't forget somebody.
DS18s need to come talk about their stuff.
Anybody, if you have a light them up, whoever, if you have a new build, if you have a new product, if you have a new whatever, if you have a sale going on, if you
something that you want to promote and get out there to the slingshot community, hit us up, join the link, click the link. Be nice if we kind of know ahead of time so we can allow a certain amount of time for that portion of the show so it doesn't get crazy. But yeah, if you want to join and you have a business or a product that you want to plug, let's talk about it. We love seeing new things come into the community. We love seeing unique things. We love seeing things that are already existing, but maybe there's a better model of it, that is getting ready to hit the market, and we can talk about it because I'm sure there'll be questions about that.
Underground just said we will announce new releases Monday. That's awesome.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, cool.
Hey, y'all two did something while you was in Texas, didn't y'all?
We did.
Is that a secret, or is that?
I wasn't going to talk about it.
We don't have any secrets.
Are you going to talk about it, Lunatic?
Oh, I was saying Billy should come on and talk about his rentals.
That's not what I'm talking about.
I think that would be great. And I love his slingshot. I wish he would have let me drive it.
Do we have a release date? Are we going to talk about a release date?
You talking about my brother came over here and sat on this other chair and graced me with his presence and gave me an exclusive interview as the first person to join my platform, Sip and Chat with Wind Chills, because I already told you I had 3 names. I don't have multiple personalities, even though I say that. Somebody told me I need to stop saying that because I don't need to claim that in the name of Jesus. But I do have Sip and Chat with Wind Chills, and Roberto, the game changer, when he came through and graced us with his presence, he did a Sip and Chat with me. Will I release it soon? I don't know. I have a lot of editing to do, and I'm not taking anything away from it, but we also had a golf day, so I want to include some of that snippets from the golf day. It's not easy to edit. It's not a quick thing, and I don't want to rush it, so I cannot really tell you when I'm going to release it. All I can say is soon.
Well, it was so much fun to come and get to hang out with you two for a few days. I miss my dogs already.
I hope we didn't scare you.
He said he misses dogs.
Journey.
Oh, you can take Journey, old.
No, it was fun to get to hang out with you guys. We did a lot of eating, a lot of golfing. That's my thing. Oh shit. Just chilling, huh?
Y'all see my monkey over there? I love monkeys. That's why I say when I be telling people monkey, I don't be trying to be funny. I really love monkey.
That was fun, and that the interview that we did. I think what you're doing is amazing. It's different. I don't know if this starts flowing throughout maybe more people in the slingshot community. I think it's a great thing because you get to see another side of anything about that person outside of the community, who that person is, what their life is, where they came from, what made them who they are today, how did they get to where they're at today? So, and that was cool. I love that concept that you got going on. And I think it's just going to grow bigger.
Shout out to Molly Zombie in the building.
And I can't wait to see it when you release it.
Shout out to Jimmy Norwood in the building.
Hey, Jimmy. I ain't getting no crawfish from you, but hey.
Yeah, what up, Jimmy?
So, no, I think that's dope.
Can you put Mark's comment up there, Sling Experience? That is the truth.
Creating content is so hard to build your vision and flow of what you want it to be. I feel you, Lunatic.
It's a lot. It's a lot of work. People think it's easy. We they just get on the screen and do whatever. No, we put hours and hours and hours.
Yeah, there's so much behind this. Yeah, there's so much. A lot more than people think.
Yeah.
Jimmy said, "Q is we tired."
You got
there's a lot of people that are tired today. A lot of people that are tired.
Yeah.
You got any future guests planned?
Well, I took I gotta be careful.
You hit a nerve button or something there. You hit a funny.
No, he had 200.5. I ain't getting out one damn piece of mud bug from your ass. Hell no. But that's okay. It's okay because I'm gonna see you again. We think about moving over there to Missouri City for a little bit, so we could be a part of Space for a while. Baby, don't you shake your head, no. I'm trying to be careful how I say this because I don't want to sound petty. But you said, do I think of what's the question again? Ask me again. I'm sorry.
You have any future guests planned? Which I felt like was a pretty simple question. I'm gonna just bring her back on when she's ready. I'm gonna just bring her back on when she's ready. When she composes herself, we're gonna give her a minute. We're gonna let her compose herself. Like I don't know what's going on right now. And she lost it even more when I took her off screen. So I feel like it's good. Like if y'all can see her right now, like, I'm just give y'all sneak peeks. Like she still ain't got it together. I don't know what's going on right now. I don't know. It's okay. It's getting better. It's getting better. It's getting better.
She's wiping the tears a little bit. She's wiping the tears off.
All right. I think we're there. All right. And action.
Yes, I do. I do have other guests in mind. I want to say that I stole an idea from you that you stole from somebody else off of YouTube. And I asked Roberto, is there anyone else, is there anyone that he would recommend to join my show? You remember that conversation we had today?
Oh, yeah.
I do remember.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if you were talking to me or DJ.
Thievery at its finest, baby. So I asked him and he answered, and that person is Jack. He said he's going to help me usher Jack in to my show. I said Sarah has to be here as well, but they must dress how they did in Miami. I want that blonde hair and that tight dress, baby. That thing was beautiful. Well, it wasn't tight. It was tight in the right areas. I need them on my show. And on top of that, I want La Phoenix. I talked to La Phoenix before. She is a great business owner. And I want her to come on. Her and I had a quick conversation when she was doing my new graphic. So you're going to see a new one of these come out probably next season when my Sling comes out. Some things that she said really resonated with me. And I want that to be shared with people, not just the Slingshot community, because my platform doesn't have anything to do with the Slingshot community, but I'm starting to incorporate some of it because my husband, you love the Slingshot community. I'm beginning to love it. And I want to just, kind of play off of it a little bit. So we want to talk about business. Oh, Molly Zombie, get with La Phoenix. La Phoenix, if you still on, you need to hit up Molly Zombie, baby.
That could be fire. That combo right there.
Oh, yes. Do it. She is the person you need to see.
Phoenix, yeah, that is one you want to hit up, La Phoenix. You want to reach out to Molly Zombie, and Molly Zombie, you would love the graphic that she put together for you.
And I'm going to reach out to her and let her know too, because listen, TJ was trying to be slick and do a new graphic for me on the sly. And I had already hit her up and sent her a Google Meet invite and was like, we need to do a meeting. And she was like, a meeting? Yeah. So La Phoenix is one person, and Jack and Sarah, I want to have them on as well.
That's cool.
What's up, Sims? You got a shout out from Rob and your superior customer service, man, and quick call to action was much appreciated by Rob.
I really appreciate that. Mir showed up today, man. That was quicker than I ever expected, So shout out to you, man.
Man, that's not overnight.
That's called service after the sale. He sold you those mirrors last year. You were already a done deal. This is called service after the sale, where he still takes care of you and still treats you.
So what's funny is I put them on in Jacksonville last year, which was the weekend before Sling Experience. So it was a year and a week. So you typically get a 1-year warranty with most of the stuff you get. So I was a week out of warranty, if I guess
Yeah, because I was like, he sent that to you, and then overnight shipping. Like, I know what overnight shipping costs, and it ain't cheap. So yeah, he cut for you real hard, because you would have been asked out over here.
Sims, I wish more people lived like that, man. I give what I want to get.
That's right.
I wish more people lived by that.
I'll take a page from your book.
And shout out to Sims, man. Looked like him and his wife was out having a good time. I know they missed Sling Experience, but it looked like he missed it for the right reasons, man.
Yes,
shout out to Sims. I hope you and your wife had an amazing time, bro.
Sims.
It was an anniversary, right?
Anniversary. Yeah. So happy anniversary.
So happy anniversary to them too.
Yeah. Damien said the final knockout is going to be epic, and I agree.
Oh yeah, 1000%.
I need to go ahead and give me a liquid IV right now. Started now.
Well, and that's the national playoffs and national championship, so it's going to be epic, top to bottom. This dude sunburned like crazy.
36 years. Did you ain't wear no sunscreen? You know, black folks gotta wear sunscreen.
Man, if one more person asked me about those mirrors.
Big Sim sent my mirrors to Brad 12 volt, and he put them on at Sling Experience this weekend. They changed. So those are the mirrors that got delivered. Okay. They changed our life. No more mirrors, bro. I'm telling you, man. Walt, it is a quality of life improvement. It is not just a decoration on a slingshot, and you spend the money and you be like, why did I buy this? Like, it does nothing but look good.
Didn't we tell him about the mirrors in? Where did we go? We were in Florida.
Was that Tampa?
Yeah, we were in Tampa. We talking about the mirrors when we saw his slingshot before we went over to RCT.
I think you're right. I think I might have been there for that conversation.
Yeah. That's what's up, Walt.
What you trying to get a referral credit, babe? You trying to get a discount? Yeah. You trying to get a little off on the roof or something?
Yeah, let me get a little bit. I'm over here looking at the comments. Yeah, but no, I'm saying kudos to him, because we just like sometimes you tell people something and they drag their feet on it, or they don't have to get it. You know what I'm saying? But we was like, hey, it really makes a huge difference. And he got them that quick. Like, that's great to support. I'm giving Walt his kudos. Yeah.
Shout out Walt. Shout out Walt. And the whole Chicago crew that, I'm kind of mad, man. I saw Ryan at Sling Experience. One, we're not even going to talk about Pretty Poppin' Potatoes and the fact that that I didn't get no Pretty Poppin' Potato. We're not going to talk about that. What I'm mad about is the fact that I saw Ryan at Sling Experience.
Oh Lord.
But then I saw pictures last night when I was at home that Ryan's baby was at Sling Experience.
Yes, he told you that.
Oh, she is so cute.
He told you that. He said, "Don't be having no babies after 40, dog."
No, I remember he said that, but I didn't. But I'm not thinking that mean that the baby is in Houston.
He said that. He said his baby, his family and stuff was there.
You're the second person that's corrected me in front of everybody today. First,
well, you know what? If you go in public, then you might need to.
While we was eating that curry that I see you got us, because I saw the curry in the kitchen.
Oh yeah, I ordered a Coco Ichiban. So hurry this up.
I see that. Good night, y'all. Just got out the lab, got a rest. Keep doing what y'all doing. Appreciate you, Sims.
Good night.
Yeah.
Thank you, Lunatic, Man of God, and Game
Changer. I appreciate everything, brother.
Paula made it home safe. Glad to hear Paula made it home safe.
Good.
So I think that's it, y'all.
Anna said she bringing extra loves and hugs. Yes.
What I tell you about them Dana hugs, baby?
Baby, it was good. I needed that. She just don't know, because the week I had, whew, when I tell y'all, the devil been busy. He almost got a hold of me, but Dana came in with that hug, and I just melted. And we had a good conversation. I love it. Nice. Yeah, baby after 40. He said, I'm fixed, so I ain't finna do none of that. But TJ did want the potatoes. He was like, Ryan, where your mama at? And I was like, me too. I love potatoes. That's why I'm chunky.
I think
she gave me
I think we talked about everything we could talk about, y'all.
Look at Damien.
I think we could save some of this for next week.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be but a few weeks this whole season that we don't have a show going on.
You hugged the trick of the enemy right on out me, baby, because he was playing on me. There you go. Oh, hold on. One more thing we have to do, you gentlemen. Go ahead and put up that Hello Cake Pop.
I put it up.
Put it up again, please. Now, I'm going to tell y'all, she does not ship at this moment. You have to be local to Austin, Texas. So when I tell y'all she's going to be at the next event, whatever that is, wherever that is, because she does vending for many places. So her time is limited. Please do a pre-order if you can. Please do a pre-order. If you do a pre-order, it's going to guarantee that you're going to at least get what you asked for, because she's only going to make so much additional. So please, 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 please do pre-orders. But I do want to thank you on the behalf of Hello Cake Pop for your support. That was absolutely amazing. Sold out of everything. And we greatly appreciate you. Also, we need 5 more subscribers to get to our first goal of 300.
We need 5 more?
5 more.
Come on, people. Come on.
5 more.
I know you know somebody because you're already subscribed, but grab your phone and subscribe for them.
Yeah, pull up a page out of the Soulful Ladies.
Grab your kid's phone, your grandma's phone, your mom's phone.
Hide kids. Thank you, Molly Zombie.
All right, and let's say a thank you to our sponsors one more time.
Yes, let's do.
Thank you to our 2025 sponsors. Featherweight belt sponsor, House of Sound Car Audio. The lightweight sponsor, the 12-volt specialists. The welterweight sponsor, Gator Express Mobile Cigar Lounge. A middleweight sponsor, Underground Auto Styling. The heavyweight sponsor, Big Sim Designs. The extreme sponsor, Hot Slings. And a special shout out to all of our heavyweight and below sponsors.
Can I say one more thing? Greedy boys.
Hey, can I say one thing before you say it though?
Go ahead.
When you said, can I say one more thing? I was gonna say and then pull a Rob and hit end stream.
I would have just started another live.
Go ahead, the Greedy Boys.
Y'all got the right name. That's all I'm gonna say. Baby. And when I tell you Friday, I was so exhausted. I had a headache. I wasn't 100%. I wasn't like sick, but I just couldn't function. I had a long week. And even though I wasn't feeling great, I still want my Greedy burger. And I ain't get it. But Saturday, I got that burger. It was busting. Dog, you dirty dog. I'm about to come to your office.
It wasn't even me.
Rob, did you do that? You know I don't speak dog hoe. You dirty dog. Greedy boys. Y'all did y'all thing. That salmon is busting. Everything y'all have is busting. Whoever had that dang on what's the vendor?
I wish y'all could have heard her in the other room.
Shit, y'all made me. I should have had me a drink tonight. I'm over here drinking water. Now you done made me mad.
You ain't.
But anyways, Greedy Boys.
Anyway, shout out to Greedy Boys because
you ain't drinking that Papa Smurf Hunch Punch.
Papa.
Oh,
You shady. Papa Smurf, your hunch punch. Is it hunch punch? It's not called hunch punch. It's called Papa Smurf punch. It's bomb. It's busting. If y'all ain't getting none of that, y'all crazy. But yeah, I just want to say, shout out to Greedy Boys. That's it. I love their food.
Hey, this is 1000% right here. Y'all go eat, but I gotta say my favorite part of Sling Experience this year was the strength and outpouring of love from Miss Coco during the Sling Experience. Man,
let's talk about that real quick.
You want to talk about tears in my eyes in the middle of the Sling Experience, bro?
Yeah, I mean, I had tears in my eyes. Like it was so heartfelt. Like the love that was felt for her throughout that whole surrounding around her sling. They brought it in the middle. You know, they played Bone, meet me at the crossroads. It was like you could feel it. You could feel that her energy was there in that moment, and it meant a lot to a lot of people that were there. You know, I'm glad her slingshot made it, and yeah, it was that was definitely one of those moments. I was like, there's so many different emotions through that whole Sling experience, you know, from the highs to the lows to the, you know, to those moments right there where it was just that emotional part where, you know, that heartfelt moment that that they were able to show Miss Coco.
Loved it.
Yeah.
Shout out to SS22 and to Kamika for that powerful speech. She spoke at Coco's service.
That's what got me when she started talking. That's what got me. I was like, you know, to like the whole thing where there's Sling being there, SS22 and her close friends were in there with her. And as soon as she started talking, you know, my eyes started watering up. I'm like, man, this hits right here. You know, it's tough. You know,
I'm
like just too short. Enjoy it. Enjoy every day.
And she's such a sweet person, like such a sweet person. And I think that's why it kind of hits kind of different, because she didn't just like mentor us on slingshot stuff. She mentored us on, you know, taking care of your family and generational wealth and making sure you have insurance and businesses and all kind of stuff. And, you know, talking about a woman mentoring and empowering other women, you don't really see that amongst women. Women are so catty and petty at times. And I know we're going off, but Coco was not that way. And she would put you in your place most gracefully. And I love that about her. And I know she meant a lot to my husband too. They had plenty of conversations. And this man don't get emotional. So for him to be emotional, that kind of like touched me, because I'm the one that's like no emotion. But I love that. I love Kamika for what she said and what she did. It came at the right moment. And for honoring Coco, that was amazing. And thanks to her family for allowing, you know, that to be done at Sling Experience, because it is something sensitive, you know. And I know her bestie brought her sling out, and kudos to her for keeping her memory alive. She is missed, but she will definitely not be forgotten. She has left a huge impact on the Sling community, her family, her friends, the Houston community, and nationwide. That woman is amazing. And I'm not going to say was, she is amazing. So shout out to her and happy birthday to her.
Yes. Happy birthday, Miss Coco.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed.
Tony it up. I love it. I love to see shout her out. And I don't know who's in charge of her Facebook page, but I'm still getting them, let's make today a great day. And I just be like, look, she's still telling us to be good. But I love it. I love it. Yeah, honor her by her legacy. I love it. You got anything to say, MOG?
No, ma'am.
No.
No, ma'am.
Keep it in here.
All right, y'all.
Yeah.
We are out.
We missed you, Paula.
Yeah.
Oh, what a nice touch.
What are you talking
You
about?
gonna end for real this time? Shout out, Greedy Boy.
You're stupid. No, a lot of y'all don't realize that Coco, the only reason this show is still here. So,
Oh, baby, you ain't even gotta say nothing.
The only reason this show is still here.
Yep.
So, shout out Coco. All right, y'all. Love y'all.
Peace.
I can't accept the loss, I'm hard-headed. There's a little bit of madness to my method. Many falling off that fine line that I'm treading. I risk anything to be great, and I'm not letting nobody rob me of my victory. Number one, that's what I'm meant to be. When by any means, only thing that makes sense to me, I can make nice or make history. I got that